invasion angle.
Whoa.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Rumble episode 17. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. Yep. Give me that LA night. Yeah.
Whoa. Even let your light shine down.
Where are all my Cody crybabies?
My crodies.
My crodies. I was trying to
They're like
combine
cronies,
them
but
somehow. Yeah. I was
yeah.
trying to figure out on the fly how I could make Cody crybabies one word, but I don't know.
Anyway.
I do it for the ramen.
Are you guys excited
Anyway,
for all of the wrestling this week?
we are. It is WrestleMania week.
Yes.
Oh no, is that El Gringo? I'm scared.
A gringo disappeared with.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep looking over your shoulder, and yeah, because you never know. That sick bastard. But yeah, it's WrestleMania week. Really kicked off last night with the event you went to. I feel like, besides obviously
Yes.
Raw. I guess Raw kicked it off in Brooklyn, but as far as WrestleMania weekend, I'd say yeah, Wednesday. And what promotion was that and shit again?
That was Labor of Love and Sean Henderson Promotions. It was like both of them doing a joint show.
Did a combo. They're both out of Jersey, like those promotions, or one of them?
I think Labor Love is out of Philadelphia and Sean Henderson's out of Jersey.
Oh, that's a dope combo.
Yeah,
that's what's cool about this.
I could be wrong though.
No, yeah, it's probably something weird like that. But that's what's cool about Mania week, like especially being in Philly. It's like this you got events in South Jersey and in Philly. So a lot of people are ripping back and forth, and I think the most events out of anybody is fucking obviously WWE has endless ones, but GCW, their collective schedule gets more
nuts,
fucking insane every year, dude. I know. It's fucking like 2 to 3 shows a day, and Janela's in a few of them, I believe.
Yeah, he's doing extra shows too. He's doing I want to say it's called the Mark Hitchcock Memorial. Is that what it's called?
The March. Yeah, and that's free, I believe, right?
Yeah, and that's at 2300 Arena, which is like the old ECW arena. I don't think that's what it used to be called. Maybe, who knows? But
yeah, it's 1 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah,
he's gonna have a match last night somewhere too.
Yeah,
it's tough though because like, I'm trying to figure out my Mania schedule, and like I want to hit up NXT again, Takeover, but if I hit that up though, then I can't go to the Janela thing.
Looks like you're just gonna have to stand and deliver.
Yeah. I'm running into the same thing Friday night. Like, should I go to ROH or should I go to IC Dub? But if I go to IC Dub, I don't have I won't make it in time for the GCW for the culture at 11:55 p.m. I'd have to leave ICW. I mean, I guess ICW starts at 8, probably end at 10:30, but whatever. I'll figure it out.
You're probably like 30 to 35. I don't know. Where's Williamstown in relation to Philly? You're probably like 35 minutes out.
I feel like it's like 35. Yeah. So it might be possible to do. Yeah, but I'll figure it out.
For Saturday, it comes down to: do you want to see Sean Spears or Joey Janela wrestle?
Yeah, no, I know.
I don't know, man.
I know.
That is what it comes down to.
I'm just crazy about the War Dogs right now.
Is that Corbin? Is it Corbin and
Braun?
And Braun.
Yeah. They're probably gonna lose. So.
Yeah, and then it's I think the main event is Trick.
Mello.
Yeah, Trick and Mello.
Yeah, it's an hour drive.
It's that far? Wow.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll figure it out, but I'm sure I'll see a bunch of freaks there, and I can't wait. Be with a fellow brother.
Yeah, I couldn't stop getting recognized at the indie shows.
Yeah, well, that's why it was probably hard to talk to London because like it would be kind of like embarrassing for him. Like you're talking to him, and like everyone's gone up like, "Hey," and he thinks that like they want to take a picture with him. And they're like, "No, could you take the picture? Can you take the picture of me and Chris?" I want to take a picture with someone with it. Yeah.
He was cool about it though. He took some of the photos for you.
Yeah.
Right on.
It It was awkward when he took the beer though, because when the guy bought your beer, like, yeah, they said they got this for like the #1 podcast that's here right now. So London thought for sure that was him, but she's got a great podcast without a doubt. But
Yeah, him and Renee Dupree.
yeah, like Meek said, there's levels to this dog.
Anyway, let's not quote him this pod.
Hey,
we're talking WrestleMania, not WrestleMania.
He is going to WrestleMania.
Yeah, Meek runs Philly, dog.
Hell yeah, good for him.
Which is like, I don't know if that's the best choice right now.
Well, I don't know if he seems like more like apparently not like to go too deep in Diddy, like a victim. Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
But based off of all the memes I see of him in a cage, and someone get your man Meek.
Someone help him. I guess that's what Triple H is trying to do, pay it forward. And I think that's
but we got
cool.
Weezy F Baby at WrestleMania.
Yeah, Lil Wayne is going to be crazy style. And he's doing a new song because of course
premiering a new song. Everyone wants to rub right now from the Fed, baby. And wrestling as a whole, dude. It's great.
I don't know. Lil Wayne's a Steelers fan. What the fuck is he doing there?
I thought he's a Packers fan.
No, yeah, you're right. He is a Packers fan.
Oh, it's Packers. Oh, he was it was versing the Steelers when he did that song.
Yeah. He did a remix of that song, Green and Yellow.
Yeah, because Wiz Khalifa is the Steelers fan. Yeah.
But back to that show you went to. He was again. London fought Speedball. How was that?
It's very theatric.
Did it live up to the hype?
Yeah, they opened with 2 songs, or London opened with a song, and then later on, Speedball sang a song.
That's amazing. Did London take some? Did London take some solid spots from Speedball? Because Speedball does some wild shit. You got to take a little bit of.
Speedball's finisher's really fucking cool.
Yeah. It's and all of his signatures. Yeah, because Speedball's great and he's like pro as fuck. But any high flyers, like it doesn't always feel terrific when they land on you for sure. There's only so much you can do.
They open the night, so I was like, oh, these guys want to go the fuck home.
Oh yeah. They want to go to the barn. Yeah. Get some beers and chill. For sure.
It was like outside in a tent, and it was cold as fuck and just like windy and wet.
Yeah, well, it's good that like the storm stopped at least. I saw from the vids that like when London was outside the ring, like I saw like was that the one you sent where he like a picture?
They were still in the tent at that point.
Okay,
it was raining all night, just about.
Okay. Yeah, that's a fucking cool setup though.
There were so many puddles. It would have been so much better if it was fucking sunny out. Like the setup, like the Attic Brewing Company is like really cool. But if it was like sunny, it'd be way better. But like they did the best. I mean, they know their choice.
That's like the dope motel we went to. You went to a few shows there. I only went to one with you guys. Like
that was pretty fun.
Great,
I've only
weather
been to one show there.
Oh, you have? Okay. For some reason, I thought that was your second.
That company sucks dick.
Yeah.
Oh, can I tell you something funny about that company? Here's some drama. So my girlfriend, her dad runs like an elk lodge out in Pompton, whatever. Doesn't matter. There you go. Anyway,
they always run there.
So yeah, they had them in, and like one of the dudes like it's a show with like kids and like, you know what I mean? He's like getting color in the ring and stuff, and then like a bunch of people were doing coke in the bathroom. It's like, bro,
nice.
You guys are getting paid $14 for this. Like, why are you trying to
dub?
Exactly.
Dub.
They the dumbass. Yeah. They run this thing called like Mega Slam every year, and every year it's gotten worse on like who they book.
Yeah.
And they put out like a post the other day where it was like $25 general admission pre-sale. Buy now, this price will go up. I'm like, who the fuck is gonna buy another like for more than $25 to go to this dog shit show?
Listen,
they get so lazy and greedy, dude. It's like they put on like these companies put on like a bunch of solid shows, and all of a sudden they're like, all right, we have our fan base. Fuck it, we're just gonna make more money and spend less on talent.
Without that promotion, we wouldn't have met the Rock and Roll Express, though. Am I right?
Oh
me and John met them later on at a different promotion.
Did you actually?
Yeah, at ETU, like an actually good promotion. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, it was. We saw father son wrestle tag together.
I feel like both of them were there. Maybe not.
They were. Yeah, I thought Robert Gibson was too, and he was like the manager for that match or something, or maybe it was a 3v3. But I know he was working with his son. It might have been a 3v3 then, or Robert Gibson was the the manager going to ring. But dude, yeah, ETU is fucking cool as fuck, dude. Because like, it's like I don't know, like the best of indies. Because like you'll have a match like that, and then the next match is fucking Danny DeMonto against fucking Shazza McKenzie, fucking hardcore match. Or as we say in the
Yes.
WWE on Monday nights, Bloodline rules, baby.
Yeah, the main event was the SAT versus Kerry Morton and the Rock and Roll Express. So it was
Okay,
both of
hell
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that
Which is
one's called
pro.
Wrestle John.
The one I was at yesterday is Wrestle John.
Okay, right on.
That I was talking about the main event of the ETU show we saw 2 years
Oh,
ago.
there you go.
The main event last night was Cheeseburger versus Weber Hatfield for like whatever title they have at that promotion,
Oh
the
yeah,
Labor of Love promotion.
that's cool.
Cheeseburger won.
Yeah, I was gonna say Cheeseburger always does puts on a good show.
Yeah,
He's a Philly guy too, so
and he's
or
no longer a
that
rap
area.
bastard. Leroy said he's off the rap bastard
His
list,
rap
I think.
bastard status is tentative, so
Hmm.
I don't want to speak too heavily on it, but yeah, Defy ran this morning.
Blood
Progress
Bloodsport ran.
Wrestling too, I think.
Stardom, yeah, Bloodsport.
Yeah,
Dude,
Bloodsport did like a 3 o'clock show or something,
Yeah,
right?
Tony Storm showed up at Stardom today,
Yeah, I saw that.
and then Charlie Dempsey showed up at Bloodsport, which is cool too.
Yeah,
Hell
well,
yeah.
Shayna Baszler was on that card, right?
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
so they had
I
two WWE people show up.
yep, and
That's
that's
sweet.
thanks to Triple H, Papa Trips. Thank you for everything. He's the
Thank
real
you,
one. That's who we're
Thanks,
putting the ones
Paul.
up for.
You sicko.
thank you, Nick Khan.
I don't call him. I'm not. I think that's like a new locker room thing, calling him Paul. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
used to calling him Hunter and Trips.
It's too close to Phil. It
I
makes
call him
my head
Levesque.
get a little mixed up.
No, that was an excerpt from the shoot interview at Ariel Helwani that we'll get into a little bit later. With CM Punk said that because he said every time I hear Paul, I think Paul Heyman. You
I
know, and
call
then
him Gunter Gerst Gemsley.
yeah, I call him Mister Helmsley. I wonder if people call him Hunter Hurst.
I call him Dad.
Yeah, Daddy. We have
All
a daddy
right.
and we have a mommy.
We've talked enough about it. If you're trying to see wrestling shows, you already know where the fuck you're going. Let's talk about
Yeah.
WrestleMania night one.
Night one.
Night one.
Well, all right. So first match, what are we? And we're gonna predict all of them. And I mean, we kill it for pay-per-views. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, if the day comes out where you can bet on stuff, like we'll have so many people from DraftKings and
Yeah. We'll be like
FanDuel
Brendan
coming on
Schaub's
here.
picks.
Yeah, exactly.
Brendan
Exactly. We'll have
Schaub's
our little
picks.
heads on there. I also have my head
You
there and
fucking
say,
idiot.
I don't know. His picks are always wrong.
They're
He's
always
such a piece
wrong.
of shit, dude.
Sick
Well, you know
fuck.
what? Speak. Not all podcasts can be as good as his, I guess.
Yeah, true. Hey, listen, take your wins where you can. All right. First match I'm going to talk about is on night one. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santo Escobar and Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, this is
Mhm.
it's a fun match. I think
I don't know.
it makes more sense for Santos Escobar to win
That's what I
with
was gonna
with
pick.
Dom,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's where I'm leaning towards Santos
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
Dom and Dirty Dom. I just think it makes I don't know. Rey Mysterio doesn't really need to win, and I don't know. I would like to see. I think we've talked about it last week. You pointed at Chris the Dragon Lee turning would be pretty wild too.
Yeah, that
I
would be
said that.
cool.
I thought you did.
I think he did.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to believe it. He did.
I'm pretty smart.
Chris is smart as hell, dude.
No, I didn't think that. Honestly, I thought that was it was legit. I thought about it all week since you said that. I was like, that kind of would be a fucking great swerve.
Yeah. That would be a cool way to end that.
Because it's cool how they're building up. LWO's got like 5 or 6 members now, and then fucking the Santos and the boys are up to
Mhm.
4, I think. So it's really cool. The Giants, they're basically just LWO broken in half. They've got like a NWO Wolfpack thing going on in black and white
That's pretty cool.
on SmackDown, basically, because they just like, oh wait, you have like Latino descent. Yep. Well, you're in one of these stables.
Mhm.
Which you're lucky if you are, honestly, because everyone's awesome in those stables. Andrade, though, he's a lone wolf. I wonder if he'll have any involvement this weekend. I would hope.
Yeah.
Jose the assistant is gonna screw
Dude,
Rey Mysterio.
if Jose the
Stop.
assistant showed up and did that, my mind, I wouldn't have to. I would just not watch the rest of WrestleMania because it would just
But
be.
he's helping Dragon Lee because he used to help Dragon Lee when he
Listen,
was in AEW.
Because he's boys with his bros
guys,
too.
Yeah.
speaking of an AEW talent that's been released, I have a feeling that Slim J is going to have a big part in this next match. Okay, Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill versus Damage Control.
I'm gonna.
Who do you guys got winning?
Slim J.
I'm going
Slim J.
I'm going with.
I was trying to do a segue.
I think this is
Jade's winning, bro.
this is an obvious one. I feel
it's
like
got to be Jade.
Yeah, Jade, Bianca, and Naomi.
Yeah, you're not gonna have her lose her first match.
Yeah.
No, all three of them too, and like you're not gonna even have Bianca lose. Like even if you put two jobbers with her, which they aren't, she's got. And that's a great 3v3 match. Honestly, I think it's.
No, it should be awesome.
I'm more excited about that than the previous 3v3 we talked about. Not that I'm not excited about that, but 2v2. Sorry,
You're getting me confused now. Anyway,
I'm getting ahead of myself.
I agree, though.
I'm getting ahead of myself. There's another 3v3 later on. You'll see.
Where do you think Slim J fits into the match?
So listen, it's they're gonna put him in a cage above the ring, kind of like they did with James Ellsworth.
Okay.
And then I don't want to say anything else because I don't want to ruin the booking. It's gonna be
That's gonna be tough though. That's gonna be tough because is Meek Mill gonna want to share the cage or is he gonna start biting him? Get out!
Okay, dude. On to the next match.
Oh, Meek bites. Meek fucking bit me. The fuck? I want to go back to AEW.
Jesus
please.
Christ. 6-pack ladder match challenge.
This is very intriguing.
Is
this a tag match?
Yeah, the tag belts.
Well, yeah, ladder match. So it's like the old ladders and chairs type setup. They're not calling it that, but that's kind of the feel.
You have to take both belts down.
I don't like that.
Down.
Yeah, well, this is where it's like kind of a little surprise. I think they've gotten stories that Michael Cole was like very specifically like had to explain like the match doesn't end until both sets are down. So I think that's how they're going to split them up.
Sense. Yeah.
Well, I think that's how they're going to split the titles up.
So it's not for the undisputed belts. It's for the Raw belt and the SmackDown belt.
Yeah. So if you
get both, you're lucky.
But but they still call it the unified tag title match, so they're being very like, whatever about it. But I think that's how they probably break them up to Raw and SmackDown. Like you could by the rules win both if you get both of them up there, but I feel like, someone's gonna grab one of them and then just get thrown out of the ring and then we'll end up with but I think it's gonna be a Raw and SmackDown team. But not necessarily. I could see someone that's possibly on Raw that.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about who's on it. So we got Judgment Day, which is Damian Priest and Finn Balor. You got Awesome Truth, which is Miz and R-Truth. DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. Then New Day, which Big E's still out, so who's there. New Catch Republic, Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. And A-Town Down Under. And also, I fucking made up that name like 3 months ago.
Yeah, you did, didn't you? A-Town Down Under.
I said they should call it A-Town Down Under. Anyway, I guess it was easy.
Someone's eating at the Outback too much.
Triple H said after you said it.
Yeah.
And said it was my idea.
Yep. Gave you all the credit.
Yeah. So. Whatever, man.
Yep.
Whatever, man. I'll prove to Dad.
Yeah. I think Johnny Gargano is gonna win.
I think that would be cool.
Yeah, what is it? So yeah, what are your picks? And do you think it's going to be two teams too? Because it's two teams that win.
I think that makes sense.
I don't think they would have announced it as you had to take both belts on if two
Yeah,
teams weren't gonna win.
and like
Yeah.
Michael Cole was so like specific about it, and like made sure like the way he just I don't know said it.
When I
It
first read
was
that, I was like, "Oh wait, so like you get one belt and then your tag partner gets another belt?" I was like, "So it sounds like they're gonna
No,
mix up these tag teams. It's gonna
that'd be
be
kind of
Johnny
sick.
Gargano and R-Truth."
that'd be
That'd be kind of
hilarious.
cool.
That's what I thought. I was like, "That's pretty cool. I'm into that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what brand is Gargano on and
So
Ciampa,
DIY's is Raw.
and what
Okay.
brand is Truth and Miz?
Raw too, and that's
Oh,
why
what
I
about
know I
Judgment
think
Day?
they're Raw,
Are
but
any
as
of
the
these people
champions they do
SmackDown?
so
A Town
A Town Down Under is
Under.
SmackDown, and then
New Catch Republic and New Day.
Yeah, New
New
Day
Day's
might win.
Raw. New Day's Raw.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
I don't fucking know.
yeah. I mean, I could see
Huh.
maybe finally having A Town Down Under win because they're a team that's like two very promising guys that have
Cute butts. Oh,
gotten screen time and stuff, but
They do have cute
Austin
butts too.
Austin Theory great asses, but
oh,
Austin
oh,
Theory wasn't where he's at. Like look at a year or so ago when he was the Money in the Bank winner, chosen type guy a year and a half or so ago, and to where he is
Yeah.
now. Like definitely they need to put some rockets on these boys because Grayson Waller is fucking awesome. They're both amazing in ring, and they're both great at playing D heads. And I think obviously like they pair up with Logan Paul perfectly, and that's why they storyline wise do stuff with him a lot. And it'd be cool if Logan's got the U.S. title and they got the SmackDown titles, but so I'm going. It's tough because it's for me. It's between DIY, who is like the fan favorite, and that's like the whatever story, and then Miz and R-Truth. So I'm gonna go Miz and R-Truth, and Theory and Waller from SmackDown. Because who else is? I think they're the only SmackDown team. Could be wrong. No, someone else
is
is.
Pete Dunne SmackDown?
Yeah, he's SmackDown. That's right. Yeah, that's the other SmackDown team. Him and Tyler
Yeah,
Bate.
I'll probably do A Town Down
A-Town, because
Under, and
right?
then DIY probably.
That's what I was gonna say, and you stole my answer. So you know what? I'm gonna do an audible. It's gonna be A Town Down Under and Judgment Day.
All
Really,
right,
Okay.
they're gonna retain.
so we
Yeah,
all
they're
got
gonna.
A-Town. Yeah, we all got A-Town Down Under, right? And then we got all different Raw kind of picks. I got Awesome Truth,
DIY.
DIY, and Judgment Day, like that sicko over there. Imagine if Pete Dunne joined Theory and Waller, and it was like A-Town Done Under.
Yeah, I think
Too
dinner.
much.
I think dinner's ready. I have to go.
All right. And then we got Jay and Jimmy, brother v brother.
Yeah,
I have no idea which one's which.
Honestly, dude, shut up. You know which one's which.
Which one's he?
yeah. Chris
Jay
is what I
is
would.
Yeet. Jimmy is a little
Yeah.
taller,
Okay,
and he
Jimmy's
doesn't have
winning
a
then.
mullet.
Jimmy's winning.
Nah, dude. All right, that's your pick. Fine. I'm gonna say
Do you
Jay
want?
because he's got a
Yeah,
mullet and it's pretty chill. And
yeah. Main
I
event
ripped him
Jay's got
off.
to win it, but I could
No
see that.
yeet. No yeet.
I could see Jimmy pulling one out, but I'm going with the main event Jimmy, Mr. Yeet, securing the bag and the dub
Nope.
over his psycho brother.
I don't know, man. If Jimmy won, that would be interesting, but I think they want to give Jay a Mania win.
Yeah, I think so too.
Either
And
ones.
he's super over. He's Mr. Main Event right now. And yeah, that leads us to the next match.
Gunther and Sami Zayn.
Do you think Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso should versus DIY, and then it'd be DIY versus DUI? I don't know,
It did,
guys.
yeah. I think it's not
I
a
don't know,
bad one.
guys.
It's not a bad one,
That's
dude.
a that's a battle of the wills for sure.
The Bloodline's not going to be happy about that.
Dude, their blood alcohol content's not happy about it, bro.
That's no Yeet.
Okay, what's the next match?
The next match
It
is
is
Gunther and Sammy for the
Gunther.
Intercontinental.
I see
I'm fucking
Sammy, maybe? I don't know.
I
yeah.
think
I'm
that would
stuck
be
with
cool.
this one.
I would
I'm
say Sammy.
I'm
because
saying Sammy too, and that's what I've been leaning towards, kind of the past few weeks, because I think it's time for sure for
I think
Gunther
they,
to.
well, I think they want to give Sammy his moment finally.
yeah,
Yeah, it's like a year overdue for sure.
Hmm.
And yeah, I think also I see Rollins probably maybe taking some time off after WrestleMania. I see him losing a title to Drew, and I see kind of the title picture on Raw in the immediate future, kind of looking like Gunther, Drew, and obviously Punk when he comes back too, and fucking what do you call it? I'm missing one human. So I don't know. So we'll see, but yeah, and the person I was forgetting was Damian Priest. He's obviously going to be in the title picture.
yeah,
And he might even do something spooky over the weekend. Who knows? But yeah, I think him, Drew, and Gunther are going to be going head to head for that world heavyweight title for sure in the upcoming future. And Cody, gets the Universal title, be on SmackDown, I'm sure. But maybe they change it to Raw, bring the Universal to Raw. I don't know. There's so many things they can do.
yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
What's up, Chris?
yeah, I saw Brian Cage was training with Drew McIntyre today.
Why is that?
that's
I don't know. They were at the gym today, lifting weights,
Hell yeah.
dude, Cage,
just
you
being
know,
bros.
Cage belongs. He belongs in the Fed. I'll keep saying it. And yeah,
Mm.
we keep bringing up cages though.
Okay. Next match. Rhea versus Becky. I'm thinking Rhea.
I'm
I got
thinking
Just fucking doing it.
Rhea too, probably.
I
Yeah.
got mommy. I got mommy too. And I think I think that's why they built Becky up so. Besides the fact of like putting Rhea over more by beating
Yeah.
next level Becky, but the past like month or so, like she's just every single week does awesome wild matches against like main event female talent and has won all of them. So once she loses super close at Mania, I think it won't hurt her at all, and she'll probably take a break with Seth. Honestly, sure, but she might keep wrestling, and Seth might just take a break. I don't know. I know Seth could probably use some time off. It is fucking his body. Um, but we'll
Yeah.
see. I think they love working, so they might just keep it going. They got their
Yeah.
own bus, like Cody. So
Do you guys see Becky talking about there was too much butt going on? Did we talk about that last pod?
No, we
no, it
didn't.
was after
But
it.
that's a pure work.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
I
I
saw
Going
don't
at
think
people.
that women should be having to show their butts and rub their butts on
Yeah,
people's butts.
I saw like people genuinely getting mad at her about that and like posting videos of like her butt being out during matches. I'm
yeah,
like,
Yeah, I
bro, it's
saw
like
that too. It's
they're
like,
in a
dude.
feud right now.
Yeah,
yeah,
It's
get
like you're
work.
getting
she's trying to
worked.
she's trying to do some fucking work, dog. People just
Hey,
I can't
listen,
believe it.
it's
Look at her
working.
butt. Look at the butts. All you have to do
It's
is
just
talk
like,
about
come on,
butts.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To
but
quote Colt Cabana, is this your first wrestling show? All right, the main event of night one, The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody and Seth.
this is a tough one, honestly, because do you I feel like you like Roman and Rock either they win. Like I would think they'd win because Cody's winning Universal title night two. I'm thinking, but it's tough though. Or do you have them? I think they might. I think Roman and Rock win because if they win night two, it's bloodline rules, which means they can
What?
interfere.
Oh, okay.
No DQ. It's just
Right.
hardcore rules. Basically, just they come out
Bum
one by
Is
line
it
one and start
rules.
does
beating the shit
bloodline
out of
rule?
you. Yeah. So yeah, it's
Interesting.
just them being sickos the whole time and just sending each member out one by one and just
I don't know. Yeah, I think The Rock wins.
Yeah, I think you kind of have to have The Rock and Roman win because The
It's
Rock
yeah,
gonna
has
be
the no lose contract. You know what I mean?
yeah.
they're gonna want
He's
all like the bloodline guys for the second match because they're gonna want to tease as many near falls as possible in that Cody match.
Yeah.
yeah,
They're gonna bring back the spot from the last Mania where like Solo hits him and shit,
yeah. But now he's got
and he's gonna kick out this time
yeah, but I think
or is
yeah,
he?
so Rock Roman win night one. So we might as well just do the night 2 main event going into it because it's kind of they're connected for sure,
Mhm.
which I like that a lot, honestly. Like that's like this 2 nights of WrestleMania. I feel like this is the first time they're really taking advantage of that in like a creative way, where it's a storyline
Mhm.
that starts Saturday and it goes through to Sunday. And yeah, I think it's gonna be dope because yeah, I think Sunday night Cody wins, and I think as you said, yeah, Bloodline's all gonna be down there, all different wild shit going on, people going through tables. Jey Uso, Sammy, I think a bunch of them are gonna come down in Cody's defense. Obviously, maybe Seth if he's still alive after Drew kills him. And I
Dustin
think it's
Rhodes
gonna,
is gonna breach contract.
dude, I would love that if he came out as Goldust for sure.
Mhm.
And there's been a lot of talk that maybe Stone Cold comes out and stuns The Rock, and because he's a big
Oh yeah, I
road that
keep seeing stuff about that, and like
he love.
Cena.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, and Cena and him come out and they
Yeah, but do you
fucking.
want to like really overbook that main event?
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what it feels like. I mean, like if you're
Yeah.
gonna do that.
I don't think Triple H will have it that loaded, but I don't
Mhm.
think he would have. It would either be Cena or Stone Cold, and I think it would probably
Mhm.
be Stone Cold. If you're gonna do that, have someone fight off The Rock or whatever, and just kind of
True.
do, and then people would go crazy
What
about
if
that, like seeing The
It's
Rock and
hard
Stone
though.
Cold.
It's hard because both of them could be considered by modern WWE fans like one of The Rock's best opponents. You know what I mean?
what if like The Rock's music hits, and then all of a sudden The Rock comes out on his knees though, and then John Cena and Stone Cold assassinate him like the Boondock Saints,
Yeah,
and
and
then and
what do
then
the hands
and
say
then
again? And Martez or
something
whatever.
like that. Yeah. What if they do that? A
Dude,
live
that'd work.
assassination, and then Cody wins by distraction.
No, and then Cody loses because Rikishi comes out and Sting faces him.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Dude, that's what they should do with Shayna Baszler. You see the video of her where like she wanted the stink face from Ray Ripley
She
I'm sure
did?
she did.
at a
Hell
live event?
yeah.
They should do that, and they just like, and then like whoever it is, like they cover her eyes right before Ray Ripley does it, and then it's just Rikishi doing it.
That's
Yeah,
She's
great.
they,
like, no.
they did that to Vince
Oh
back in the
yeah.
day.
Who was it? Was it Tori Wilson or was it
I think
Sunny
it
or
They
was.
did
I,
something?
I think so. It was Stone Cold or The Rock. I want to say it
oh
was The
shit.
Rock. He was out there and he's just
I
like,
guess
yeah.
so.
He's like, yeah. Like I think he brings Trish Stratus out, and she's like,
Oh, there you
pulling her
go.
shorts down, putting her butt out, and then the Rock like basically made him close his eyes, and I want to say it was like JR's butt or something like that. It was something disturbing
Like
that he said.
I guess I'm not the first pervert to have this idea.
Yeah. You're just the one that doesn't shit on people's heads
Yeah,
yet.
you're just you're
Yeah.
just the one that's not that much of a sicko.
Yeah. Keep
Night
these ideas
two.
up, dude.
Give me $1 billion. We'll see.
Night two, WrestleMania 40.
Give me $1 billion and Meek Mill in a cage.
Stop with the
Yeah,
cage,
so
dude.
talking about Nick
I'm gonna
Cage.
send you to the fucking Punjabi prison.
Continue this conversation. I'll be back in moments.
You
Yep.
got it. Sunday, night two. We got Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament, which is Karrion Cross and Authors of Pain, which is a pretty dope matchup.
I think it's awesome. And I think Lashley's squad wins, I would say, because
Yeah.
Lashley's super fucking over. Like anytime he comes out, even though they haven't really been giving him crazy work, like yeah, fans are still loving him, and I don't, dude, he doesn't fucking age. He doesn't slow down the ring. If anything, since he's the second run at WWE, he just gets better every year as he gets older. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Has
compared to
Karrion Cross still kind of been in the formula of like jobbing out and shit? Just being like,
I would say they're being taken like there's like once you put the stable together, he's definitely in a better spot, getting
that's
some
cool.
W's, and yeah, definitely in a better spot. And it's a fucking cool team, especially when you have a manager and a valet. Like I like that. And then you have a
Talking about
manager,
talking about
valet, and a tag team.
carrying cross.
Yeah, we're talking
Yeah,
Karrion Cross and Authors of Pain versus Street Profits
Bobby
and
Lashley's
Lashley.
winning.
that's what I said.
Lashley. It's
What are
gotta
you
be.
going for, Jason? Going for Bobby?
It's gotta be Lashley. And
Hey,
I love
Bobby.
the Street Profits. So make
Yeah,
it
that's an odd.
happen.
Yeah, yeah, same.
I know They don't want that smoke, dog. They can't handle it.
I think that's an easy one to
We
justify, like
want
a,
the
a
smoke.
clean face win, you know?
Yeah.
After that,
We
is
want
that
the
a
smoke.
is that a spiced Coca-Cola?
Nah, I should say the Coke Zero.
I
Classic.
thought you were feeding someone in a cage or something.
Who says
Dude,
Who said I wasn't?
who said I wasn't? You just filled up their bowl with some Coke Zero. All right, LA Knight
Poured
versus
a little
AJ
in.
Styles. Yeah.
Oh, he
I
does have a match. Okay.
yeah.
Dude,
So
come on.
yeah, so
Forgot.
LA and AJ have been building this feud up ever since Elimination Chamber when super jacked steroid AJ decided to fuck on LA Knight
Huh?
and get him
Tried to do
eliminated
what?
from Elimination Chamber. He fucked on LA Knight, dog.
Yeah.
He was trying to fuck, and so that's why he was lost in Elimination Chamber. And yeah, and he was rolling in that match, doing his thing, and so since like every SmackDown they keep building the story. He went to LA Knight, went to AJ Styles' house. So they did one of those house things.
That's
Oh yeah.
everyone's favorite angle now. I love it.
Yeah.
Recently, the what's
Swerve,
it? Yeah,
Swerve, yeah,
Swerve hanging
Swerve
in.
did, and then Bullet Club Gold went to Billy Gunn's house,
Yeah, they went to
and
Nick
then
Wayne's
ran
house
away.
too. Swerve though too.
Oh yeah, he did do that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
just beat the shit out of Nick Wayne and made him bleed. Did his
Yeah.
mom come in screaming too? I can't
No,
remember.
Was that at his
That would have
house?
been
Oh
that
yeah,
cool.
was like
where
his
he
training.
trained.
That was
Yeah,
his school. It's same
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
well, I thought it's like on his property. There's like a barn that
No,
has like a
yeah,
fucking
that
It
makes
could be. I don't
sense.
know.
yeah.
Anyway, I gotta say LA, dude. He's just over.
LA
He's
Knight,
not gonna be
LA.
45 his whole life, dude. Okay, we gotta make the
bro.
most of his best
I don't know.
years.
Wrestling has changed.
Yeah.
Like
I know. I'm just fucking around.
I know.
I want 80-year-olds in the ring. Okay.
It's a good thing the Young Bucks aren't in WWE because they would be getting rid of all these motherfuckers. But they got to
Ooh.
cleanse AEW first.
I
They
heard
got
they're
some work
doing
to do.
a secret match. They're gonna do Kevin Nash versus
The Young Bucks.
the Young Bucks versus Goldberg.
The handicap match.
Don't say that about the Young Bucks, dude. Stop being mad at them.
Anyway, what do you guys think, LA or AJ?
Um, I don't know.
I'm going LA Knight.
I guess LA storyline wise, I guess it'd be LA Knight. Wait, who
Yeah.
broke into whose house?
So LA has been dealing with tons of AJ's bullshit, so he got fed up with it. And he
Oh,
actually didn't
he
like
rolled
break
up to
in.
his house.
He
Yeah.
showed up and then
So
they
you
beat
want
the
to fight?
shit out of him. Yeah, beat him up in the fucking the yard in the driveway, and then the cops came.
This man's 45 and he's picking fights at someone's house.
And he
Some
said,
people
"Yeah."
never learn. He said,
And
"Yeah,
they call the Young Bucks childish. It's ridiculous, bro. AJ
I know."
Damn.
Styles. I'm picking
I was
AJ.
wrong. He's 41. I'm an asshole, dude.
AJ's 45, turning
He's
46,
also
I
from
believe.
Hagerstown, Maryland, and Maryland has the highest inbred population in America. Look it up. Anyway,
He's from
next match.
he's from LA.
Dude, he's not. He's from Maryland. He's been
LA.
lying
He's
this
from
whole
dude.
fucking time.
No, dude. What?
He's
What is
billed from Los Angeles.
did they ever like explain what LA stands for in his name? Besides Los
Loves
Angeles?
apples.
Loves apples night?
Yeah.
I think it's like a CM thing. We got to wait for him to have a lawsuit, like with Cole Cabana, and we'll find out what
Yeah.
his real name is.
Yeah, that it means chick magnet.
Well, that's how it came
Lady
out. Like we have
attractor
to know.
or something.
You will tell us the truth.
It
What
stands
does it?
for Linvasion angle.
Well, I love the
Oof.
Asian angle. Yeah.
All right.
So we got
Next,
LA.
yeah. So next match we got the triple threat for the U.S. title, and it's Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and KO.
I think the Mav retains. And I think it's easy for him to retain making a triple threat too.
Yeah.
I think he retains. I think
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah, because
Always agreeing with us, Jason. Crazy.
yeah.
Well,
'Cause I
listen,
don't-
dude, because let me explain
Yeah.
my point. All right. It came from a different place from you guys. I know it came from a prime loyalty place for you guys because you're drinking all the prime. It's getting to your head. But I
Eh.
drink Zoa, so my vision is clear. So I'm thinking Logan will win. but I think that there's going to be a little bit of grab assery between Randy and Kevin. And
Let me tell you something. Crime has fallen off. If you go to Quick Check and Wawa in my area, they only carry blue, pink, red, and white energy drinks of Prime. They stopped carrying the fucking good flavors like green and orange. Pissing me
damn.
off.
Dude, orange is one of my favorite fucking
Yeah,
flavors too. Yeah,
and
they've been
they
putting really
stopped
shitty
carrying it.
flavors out. Yeah, it's weird. They're
So
just putting the poo-poo ones
I'm
out.
pretty pissed off, man. I used to like the green and oranges one a lot.
Well, do you know what's crazy is like
Yeah, maybe
a
this
lot
guy
of
should lose his title.
Yeah,
dude,
fuck
a
this
lot of
guy.
peeps order Prime online and shit, and they literally
Fuck
get shortages of
KSI.
flavors.
Maybe I don't know.
I know,
Wawa
I've just
never
seen that before.
Wawa
Yeah.
never carried any good flavors. They only carry pink and like blue, which is like they're
I
good,
feel like
but
Wawa does that with a lot of energy drinks sometimes. They just have like
dude,
5 million Rockstar
fuck,
energies.
fuck Wawa. Yeah, we're C4. We're not your
Yeah, they get all
C4
the.
energy guy.
The only
Yeah.
time I've drank those is both at SummerSlam when we got them for free, and when I went to WrestleMania last year when I was walking out.
I'm always a C4
They,
guy during Mania season, man.
yeah,
It's got
C4
Starburst
all
is
the essential
C4.
vitamins to make your
C
Yeah,
brain fucking explode.
you C4 pieces of pizza and you eat it, fatty.
I see 4 pieces of shit when I look at your family photo. Everyone except you.
I'm leaving.
No, Chris left. All right. So let's talk about the next match. We got the WWE World Women's Championship, and it's
yeah,
Io Sky versus Bailey.
That was a good prank, right?
Oh fuck,
that
you're
was
back.
perfect.
I was scared. I thought that fucking the person coming
El
in was gonna
Gringo.
be El Gringo. Yeah.
Yeah, I was scared
I didn't
too.
even think about that.
We've really encrypted our stuff lately, so it's hopefully we don't get many more interceptions from him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
But yeah, so we were talking about the women's championship, or we were starting to, and it's
Which
Io
one?
Sky
Oh,
versus Bailey.
I think Bailey's gonna win, man.
I think Bailey's got it
Hope her
too.
gear isn't green.
Yeah,
yeah, it might be.
yeah, it
You
could
know, it
be
might
by the end of the
originally
night.
be. Yeah, it could originally be a different color, but yeah,
Yeah. Needless to
I
say, Bailey though.
it's
Bailey's got it.
I think Bailey does. It's like tough though because I know that Damage Control is going to lose their other match, but maybe that's their kind of thing. It's like
Be a part of
they
their
get
story.
they get fucked up on all ends at WrestleMania, and they kind of
Yeah.
go next level scary. But hey, I think that Bailey could also lose. But so I'm kind of split. I'm gonna decide it in this moment. But did you see what's her name is in Philly from Stardom or
Julia.
yeah, Julia Gulia?
I think it's pronounced Julia.
Is it like that's how I always say it?
I could be wrong. I don't know.
I just say Julia Gulia like the wedding singer.
Julia.
Yeah, I saw she's at like WWE World or whatever the fuck that's called.
Yeah, and then I start crying like Drew Barrymore, who's gonna be at WrestleMania, and
Yeah,
that's why I
why?
brought
For
up the
what?
wedding
For what
singer
Why?
reason?
I saw that too and was confused.
because she's gonna be like Julia Gulia, and she's gonna keep saying it until she cries, just like the movie.
Is
Julia Gulia.
is is the fucking Lin Manuel guy gonna be there? Is he gonna sing the Hamilton song or what?
I hope so. I hope so. So everyone starts just throwing fucking primes at him. Prime's gonna be
The way he held that
sponsored
belt,
in the ring too.
he was like walking down the hall like this.
Yeah, he didn't know how to hold a belt for sure. He's
It
never
was pretty
held
cool.
a belt in his life. Yeah, but
executive car produced by the Italian automobile manufacturer Alfa Romeo.
I'm trying to see how to pronounce Julia.
Okay.
it's Gulia.
Okay.
So it is Julia
It's
Gulia.
Julia. It's Julia.
It's just Julia. Yeah, come on.
It was kind of hard to
Yeah.
look up because I forgot like
So
she's in
Julia.
Japan, but she's like Italian or some shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then she grew up in the UK, and she
Mhm.
got bullied a little bit because she had to learn our crappy language, and
Aw.
every version of us are mean.
Well,
All the
listen, that's
people
what
that
makes
speak
you
English are
stronger.
jerks.
That's why I'm friends
Yeah,
with Chris.
that's what Kelly Clarkson said. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. One of my favorite songs. I sing it every day.
All right,
Every
so we're all kind of saying Bailey, or no? I'm saying Bailey.
I'm stuck. I
Julia.
think
I'm picking Bailey.
I'm gonna be a fucking Eastbourne Auslander and take my girl EO with Julia Gulia.
Okay, fair enough. That brings us to the World Heavyweight Championship, the big goal.
Unless Julia Gulia is helping Bailey.
I
Oh
don't think she's
no.
helping anyone. I think she's probably going to NXT, right?
Yeah,
I don't know,
think that's
maybe.
usually their structure for it.
Yeah.
They
Depends.
work
Trips
with
is a
their.
wild card.
Yeah, true.
I think she'd go to NXT because
Maybe
like she's
maybe
really, bro. They put Shinsuke Nakamura in NXT and he was a huge name. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like to be fair, like Julia's not that huge of a name.
Yeah.
Like
You're right.
if you're like talking about casual fans.
Yeah. No, I
So
agree.
like
So that
she fucking rules, but like no one knows who she is yet. So just throw her in NXT for a little bit, have her adjust, get her name out there.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't keep her there for long.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Bailey, but it's hard because maybe Jade and all the girls come out and they kind of because I kind of it's like kind of the same shit that's going on with the bloodline and Cody and the fucking as Captain Planet with all of his heroes shit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So like I don't know if like they overbook both of those or one of them or like not at all. Like I don't know.
What if
I
like
want to
Dakota
say
Kai
Bailey.
turns face?
Yeah, every part of me wants to say Bailey for sure. So, but I don't know. There's this sick pervert in me that says, "Yo."
Dakota Kai face turn. I'm telling you, dude.
Well, because I'm also thinking about like how many. Yeah, I don't know. Well, because Rhea's retaining. Like, how there has to be a couple title losses throughout the night. We've got one so far. I mean, I guess the tag titles. We're saying the IC is gone so far. Roman's Universal. Seth's World Heavyweight title. Because that's one thing I count for pay-per-views, AEW, WWE, all of them, like especially big ones, there's like 5 or 6 title matches. Like if there's 6 title matches, like, there's gonna be at least 2 changes, usually at least. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can be more than that, a 50-50 split, but yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see. But I'm gonna go with EO like an asshole, and I know next week and we're gonna be here talking on the pod. I'm gonna just be a fucking asshole.
Well, hey, listen, Chris thought that the
Fuck
infantry
you,
were
man.
getting to the tag team finals. What a laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you
They're
said
not
Cedric
ready,
Alexander.
dude.
You said Cedric Alexander was going to win the entire speed tournament. So nice try.
Is he not? I haven't
he
watched, dude.
There's been 2 matches so far. This is a little side note, but it's part of Mania Week. But the speed championship, every Wednesday, 1 p.m. on X. The first 2 matches were Cedric Alexander versus Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed won, and then it was Ricochet versus Dragon Lee, which is the type of 3-minute match you'd want to see because and like what a speed championship would look like because they just went insane for 3 minutes.
Oh
Just,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
I
that's
think
an
Ricochet.
interesting
I think he wins the title, right? Like he's the definition of what the speed title should be.
that's what I
You
was gonna
know,
say. My pick was because I like looked it up when you guys were telling me about it, and I was like, oh, Ricochet's gotta be the one.
and it's better than the 24/7 title because it's not all fucking jobbers. It's some pretty
And
solid mid card
it's an
talent.
actual match.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like with the gimmick. The 2 I watched, it was like enjoyable. It was fun. Like they're fast as fuck, and like the match basically starts at the end. It's like the climax every time. Like you're fake. You know what I mean? They're just trying to hit signatures and
Mm-hmm.
to keep trying to set up their finisher over and over again. So it's kind of cool, and yeah, it's like and just they're all always looking at the time because I guess they tie if they don't finish before the time's up, or they both fucking lose and they
Yeah,
don't
probably
both
tie.
advance.
eliminated, maybe.
I think they both get eliminated as far as the tournament's concerned, though. If if they don't finish before the 3 minutes is up. But I remember them saying 5 minutes too. We were talking about it a few weeks ago. Like, so maybe the
Yeah, I
title
thought it
match
was
is 5
5.
minutes. So maybe the title match will be 5, and then
That
like
would make
regular
sense.
speed matches are 3, maybe.
Did they
I don't
like
know.
get a deal with X? Like, are they getting money from this, or is this just
I
to
th-
kind of like spread the product more?
I mean, I would think so, or at least just like, because I mean, It was the same thing that because X is trying to open up to that a ton. They started with Tucker Carlson or whatever, making him have his own live show on
Yikes.
there. Yeah, so like they're trying to build that up at all different types of people. I think they tried to add someone from like a liberal, like every party basically, like the liberal, like the
Yeah,
Democrats
yeah.
have their own, and now he's like going into sports too, and WWE's like, all right, yeah, we'll do a live
Interesting.
X thing. Because I mean, it's smart. X is a huge place for wrestling, and like Chris always told me that, and I was just like, and then like finally the past year or so, like it's fucking great as far as getting like wrestling. It's I don't know, just a little faster than IG, and like usually more quality vids and shit. Like as far as when you're like going through, and so
Yeah.
it's smart. It's for real smart.
Well, listen, guys, while we're still on the Fed, let's end out WrestleMania Night 2. I didn't say that right. Anyway, Rollins versus Drew. What are you thinking? I'm thinking Drew.
I'm thinking Drew.
I'm thinking the Scottish
I'm
psychopath,
thinking
Drew. I'm thinking fucking Drew.
Yeah. I don't know if we really need to get into
Yeah,
this
but
one that much. You know, we
we
kind of said what we were thinking during the
gotta
Becky.
kind of get into a little bit
Let's do it. I'm
because
just
there's so
saying.
much stuff that can happen here.
There's so much.
But there's a lot that can because is Damian Priest gonna fucking try to cash in at the end of the match or not? That's what I'm curious about. Does Drew
So
win with a badass Claymore and then Damian Priest comes out and just does his thing because he's pissed off that he lost the tag titles? Or maybe he retained them, according to a sicko named Jason. But
yeah, who knows? Yeah, I don't know. That would make sense, you know. And then Drew
yeah,
and him could do a program that would kind of like make it so Seth can kind of be written off for a little while.
yeah, and it would just go along with like Drew's like bad luck that he's like that's why he became evil because he's like I'm going to control my own destiny. Everyone just keeps fucking me over. I don't want to be friends with the bloodline. I don't want to fucking. I'm tired of being a nice guy. I'm just gonna be a sicko. So
Yeah.
it'd be pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know, but I do know I'm with you guys. Drew wins,
Hell yeah. And then it
and we'll
comes
hear it.
down to the final match, WrestleMania. Roman and I don't know if it's gonna be the main event. Probably should be, right? Cody
Yeah, it
versus
is.
Roman.
It's all led to this,
Kind of
dude.
got to. Yeah.
Um,
Um.
yeah. So this is dependent. Like as we said, we think Rock and Roman win Saturday night, which makes sense because I don't think you're gonna have Roman lose twice in one weekend. That would be a little bit nutta-ish. Even though
Yeah.
they're gonna have Rollins lose twice in a weekend, but Rollins is always gets that treatment while Roman's always been pampered for sure. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's just gonna I go Cody. I think he finally finishes the story.
And then once the story's finished, he can go take the belt back to AEW.
Dude, yeah. I
Thank you, Cody.
Never made it
yeah.
as a wise man.
Couldn't got it as a Cody road. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Anyway.
think Cody finally finishes it but yeah, as we were talking about before, like what's if it's bloodline rules, that means, it's a no DQ match and we're gonna see a bunch of the bloodline because I'm sure they're all gonna come out, and that's how Roman's entire title reign has been like too. It's just yeah, is who's gonna come out to defend Cody, and is it gonna be overbooked and scary, or is it gonna be done perfectly and like not too messy? Because you can
Yeah.
like overbook things a little bit with a good amount of people, but like as long as it doesn't drag out and you kind of make it clean and do it right, then like it's not sloppy. Because yeah, a lot of those are too stupid. Where it's like everyone keeps about to get a pin, and then like someone new comes out to fuck them over like over and over. It's just like all right, we need to. If you're gonna do that, make it pro as fuck. And I'm sure
Yeah.
Stone Cold is down. I see pictures of him hanging out on his tractor with his little kitty, and he's a
Hell yeah.
hero. Yeah, so I guess we're all Cody crybabies or what?
Yeah, we are.
Or
And that was
crabies?
Mania, I think.
Yeah, Mania's over. That was fun,
Unless you
guys,
want to
wasn't
talk
it?
about the Hall of Fame real quick, because I want to guess which person's going to get tackled in the ring. Okay, I'm going to list them off for you guys. You got Paul Heyman, Bull Nakano, Thunderbolt Patterson, Liam Maivia, the U.S. Express, which is Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda,
Yep.
and Muhammad Ali,
And Micro
who
Tiger.
so and Micro Tiger. I'm thinking Paul Heyman is getting
Yeah.
attacked by a guy. in a
Well,
costume.
well,
I
I
don't
don't
think
think
so.
I don't
I'm just
think so
fucking
because I don't think it's gonna be Paulie because
around.
that brings us into. Do you think it's kind of? I thought it was kind of wild, but it makes sense and it works. But he's having Roman induct him,
Interesting.
which right? I would have thought. I mean, it was probably originally maybe Brock, but Brock's like on timeout right now as they're figuring out the pervert poo poo scandal shit, and so he's been in a timeout. But Brock also doesn't like to talk, so I highly doubt he would want to fucking do that in general. You know what I mean? He'd be like, "You're on your own,
Mm.
Paul."
I can't
Going
believe
back,
they didn't call what's his face, um,
Dreamer.
Mr. Perfect's son. The fuck is his name?
Oh, Rybaxel, Curtis Axel.
Yeah, Curtis
Curtis
Axel.
Axel.
Yeah. Why'd they
Dude,
call
I know,
him?
right? I don't know. He was a Paul Heyman guy. What about
Exactly.
Cesaro? Where's Cesaro when you need
That's
him?
him too.
Tony Khan won't let him do it. Tony Khan said, "I don't think so."
I don't know. Tony Khan
Yeah, I
let
don't know
Billy
if this-
Gunn do
Tony
it.
Khan said after Kevin Nash didn't come ringside for Sting, I'm not fucking. You're not getting shit.
Well, he's being it. You want to know who's inducting him? Is that how you guys were wondering?
Who?
No,
It's
so
Roman.
Roman. That's what I just
Yeah,
said.
we know. We know. That's what we said.
I was busy looking at other stuff.
Yeah, no,
Bull
that's what I'm
Nakano's
saying. It's
being
wild.
inducted
Yeah.
by Medusa.
That's cool.
That's pretty sick.
Punk would have been cool to induct Paul Heyman too. Paul Heyman,
What'd you say?
Mr.
Punk.
Paul Heyman. Yeah, Punk would
Hyman.
yeah. Punk Heyman and Punk.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be good.
Paging Dr. Paul Heyman and Punk.
But do you really think Tommy Dreamer's coming out?
Not invited.
I think
Yeah,
he's
same.
gonna
probably-
attack
Yeah.
He'll
Paul.
be the one that tackles. Yeah, you're right.
That's
Actually,
what
you're
I-
right, Jay.
That's what I've been saying, dude. That's
You're
why
like,
he's
who's-
running that thing in Philly this week.
Who's the guy with?
Yeah,
Like,
I
who the
work-
fuck is this guy
I
with
work-
the G-string rushing the ring?
Yeah, I worked down at the heavy duty sniper store, and I sold Tommy Dreamer like a few snipers actually this week. So
Yeah,
That wouldn't
he
surprise me.
posted them
Dude.
on Twitter too. So
yeah,
Yeah.
no one's
with a-
talking about this.
with a bag of
Yeah.
Oreos.
Yeah. It said countdown. Can't wait for the Hall of Fame induction. He's gonna run out with the he's gonna have the reggae dreads on too, that hat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
poor Brett. Anyway, I think it's time we get
Brett
into
screwed Brett, dog.
exactly. It's time for some all elite wrestling.
Light the fuse. We're starting with Collision. Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna collide.
Cardona versus Edge, aka Adam
Adam
Copeland.
Copeland, you piece of shit.
Dude, I keep forgetting. Whatever. Anyway, that was the match he's wanted his whole life, you know.
What
Mhm.
a
Glad he
fucking
got it.
awesome surprise to start out Collision. I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm gonna throw Collision on, expecting a solid show, and then that happened. I'm always ready, you know, always ready for always ready Cardona, and that like made Cardona's life, dude. He's always gets happy about things, but he legit has posted about that nonstop and just like long things of how it like basically, you know, made his life complete.
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
think it's
happy
pretty
for
cool.
him. Yeah, that made and then Bryant Myers was like, "Hey, Edge, can I do Cope Open next week?" And he's like, wait, sorry, kid."
Well, but so what's amazing is, do you guys know who's fighting Copeland? You saw it on Dynamite.
Penta.
It's Penta, and Penta learned how to speak some English phrases. I can't.
He watched English Frasier.
Yeah, Frazier taught him.
He's been watching Frasier. And now he's really sophisticated. It's amazing. No, but yeah, Penta versus Cope will be cool. I
Yeah,
popped like crazy because I was expecting like the Penta says type deal, and then
Mhm.
he hit his own promo, and I was like,
yeah,
"Oh my mind."
yeah. All I gotta say is, remember that LL Cool J?
I
They
know
had to keep
I know LL Slim J.
LL Slim J.
I'm dying.
They had to take him
Well,
off Raw because he kept doing it all show. LL Cool J. You guys seen that clip?
Yeah,
No,
he keeps
what
going.
are you
Dude,
talking about?
The entire Raw, dude.
Like
He
lick.
got
I don't
on
even know
Raw.
what it is. He's licking his hand
Yeah, he just goes
like
like
a freak.
yeah. I mean, like and just keeps doing it over and over. And then like he does it backstage, and they bring him out, and he's like the side of the ring, and they cut to him, and he's just like, and
Yeah, I
they
know what
said
the
they
fuck you're
stopped
talking
cutting
about.
to him. They kept cutting from him because they're just like, all right,
Don't
stop
worry,
doing
we'll
that.
we'll put it in the chat.
No, don't. It'll be on a YouTube
That's
short
what
or
I'm
on
saying.
fucking
Yeah,
IG,
yeah.
and
That's
I'll
what I
throw him
meant.
doing a licking thing, and I'll be like, look, he's licky. He does the licky thing. They don't like it. Vince said, stop it.
Yeah. Okay. So the next match, we had the East bracket of the tag championship quarter. There's so many words.
Well, are
Tournament
we gonna talk
quarterfinal.
about the match a little bit?
Oh yeah, did we? Did we not? Let's talk
No.
about it.
Well, I would just say like overall rating of it. I mean, we talked about it, but like I would say that was one of Cardona's best matches I've ever seen from him. Legitimately, like one
Yeah.
of his best.
Mhm.
I mean, one of his like because I don't know on the Indies he doesn't have to like he doesn't overexert himself always, and that's why it's like his longer matches are usually like the death match ones. You know what I mean? Like the one he had at EC3 and NWA, and yeah, he can go like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? But he
Yeah.
doesn't like have to with his character. You know, like because he does so many
Yeah.
shows, and he's just always being like he's got Step the Lander, and he does like the scumbag fucking heel stuff. So, and it's so smart. I mean, like yeah, self-preservation in the wrestling business is fucking definitely key. And if your character can do that, if you're a high
Yeah.
flyer or something else, you're kind of you're stuck doing that, and it's part of your gimmick. But I thought it was one of the best matches I've seen him do in years. Honestly, I guess it probably his best match since him versus Nick Gage,
Fair enough. Yeah,
right?
it was pretty cool. He got like a 2 count at one point, doing like that move he does, the impaler.
Radio silent. Well, he did the radio silent too, and he hit that, and that was a close 2 count.
It's like some kind of DDT. The impaler.
Oh, radio. Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, but he hit the radio silent, which was dope, and he hit the impaler. Yeah, it was great, and it went longer than I thought it would, honestly.
Did go
I
long, yeah.
I did not think like it was like a pay-per-view type match for sure, and they gave him like the time. How long was the match? Was probably like 17 minutes, right? Or at least 15. Because there was a lot of bullshit of like as far as like Cardona coming out and Cope saying who's gonna come, but it was something
Yeah.
like 15 minutes or so. But yeah, it was fucking awesome. What a way to start the show. And then yeah, you're going to the next one, which was
Yeah, FDR and the infantry in the tournaments quarterfinal.
wasn't I thought O'Reilly versus JD Drake was next.
No, that was actually later.
It was okay. I'm
Yeah.
out of order.
You're good.
I'm
You're out of order.
You're out of order.
I'm putting Chris in contempt of court.
Yeah. So first match was great, and then the rest of the Collision wasn't that bad, but
It
it
was
wasn't
decent.
that good.
Yeah, I think we're getting a little spoiled because Dynamite has been like insane. Like every single
Yeah.
match has been like just like crazy, trying to do new things and trying to do things they haven't done lately.
Yeah.
So I think it's hard, but and Collision's always kind of been just kind of all about like the promos and the wrestling. So
And I think you start off, yeah, you start off with such a banger. That's like
Yeah.
like Cardona versus Edge. Like everything else after that was,
Yeah.
because then you had as you're saying, like FDR versus Infantry was okay.
Yeah, it was
It was
a
all right.
decent match. Yeah.
O'Reilly versus Drake was just kind of a short match where O'Reilly, got another dub, and
Yeah.
and then
It's good to see him back.
yeah, and then like they let us know that at Dynasty that Edge, Eddie Kingston, and Briscoe are against House of Black.
Yeah.
That was some
Which
good
is
news.
cool. Yeah, that is pretty
Yeah,
sweet.
I like the match.
Yeah, I saw people getting mad about that.
For what?
Like they want like Malachi versus like Edge in a singles match, which I'm like, it's building towards it.
Yeah. He
Like-
called them out again on Dynamite, so like it's definitely building towards that.
They're probably gonna do that at Double or Nothing and just do the 3v3 at Dynasty.
Yeah.
Just like let it build. I don't know.
And Edge will probably face like
Yeah.
Brody King and Buddy Matthews along the way too, and to have some bangers. Probably in the Cope Open, honestly.
Yeah. Maybe some other scary guy that they know.
Yeah, and then we had apparently Riki and Big Billy were supposed to win that, but they had to call an audible after Darius got a little stiff and fucked up and like
His knee
kicked the
hit
bass of his
Ricky,
yeah.
and, like his
Ricky.
brain stem.
Yeah.
Poor Ricky Starks.
Fucking hit job, dude.
But yeah,
How dare you, Darius? How dare you do that to my Riki?
that kind of sucks if they were supposed to win. You know what I mean? Because
That's what the dirt sheets say, supposedly.
Okay, right on.
But
I
it
don't
seems
know.
that way. But if they were gonna win anyway, why don't you just have him roll out of the ring and then like have Big Bill finish the match? Like I don't. Even if they're supposed to lose, like have Big Bill then go in the ring and finish it out, and not have Ricky lose to a DDT.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird. I don't know. Maybe Ricky thought he was
He
way
definitely-
more hurt than he thought he was.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, no, he probably was. But that's why I'm saying he should have just rolled out and let Big Bill like handle, finish it out. And if they're gonna lose, have him Big Bill lose and win, whatever. But
Yeah, in that moment, it's probably hard to think about what you want to do for like the finish.
I think it's just and
Speaking of
know.
Malachi Black being a singles competitor on Rampage tomorrow night or Friday night, it's going to be Christopher Daniels versus Malachi Black. He called him out on Collision.
Yeah, I
Which-
wonder who's gonna win. Who's gonna win that?
Everyone's excited. Everyone's just losing it.
Yeah,
But
Christopher
yeah,
Daniels.
He's a fallen angel.
He
True.
is, dude.
It makes sense.
It does. He's got a scary demon eye too.
Does he
and
still have
then
that?
I think he
I don't
does. Yeah.
know.
Maybe
I
not.
think so.
No, I don't think he did in the promo. I don't think he did.
I don't know anymore. He scares me.
Then we got Thunder Rosa and Lady Frost was a fucking great match.
Oh.
Thunder's the best.
Yeah, I thought that was besides the Cope Ope with Cardona. That was my second best match of the night. Honestly, that they Frost and Thunder Rosa fucking killed it.
Yeah,
Really, really fucking great match. And then
it's pretty
I
close.
think after
it
that,
felt like.
and then Tony Storm, of course, cut another pro promo, which was fucking funny as usual with the Turner Movie Classic guy.
Yeah, the main
And-
event was good. I dug the main event. It was Lance Archer and the Righteous versus Blackpool Combat Club and Shibata. So
Yeah, I like the
Bryan
Righteous a
Danielson.
lot.
Yeah, they're cool, man. I like Lance Archer, honestly.
I like
think,
that. Yeah, I like that pairing.
Yeah,
I think it works really well.
it's kind of like Wyatt family vibes, not to like just pigeonhole them to something.
I
but
guess,
like
yeah.
it's not totally, but it's probably more like Charles
Well, I
Manson
mean,
family
well, I mean,
vibes.
yeah. Well, I mean, that's what
But-
they looked up to. They
Yeah,
loved Bray
exactly.
Wyatt. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it is like based off of the Wyatt family, just of them being fans of that and like doing their own. They're more of theirs is as you said, the Manson like hippie type thing.
Yeah.
So it's like a hippie.
I dig that they come out
demon
in all
cult.
white too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good match. Shibata took down Vincent and pinned him. And that's how it ended. But
Yeah.
I love Shibata. I'm popping. I'm a mark for Shibata. All right.
You kind of look like
He's
Shibata.
great. Yeah.
I gotta grow out my sideburns, dude.
Fucking
I'm-
Shibata rolls, baby.
I'm just teasing the audio listeners. Now they have to check in to see.
Yeah, they have to
Yeah.
see. Does he look like Shibata or not?
Shibata
He looks
rules
like-
because he has the awesome theme song.
Yeah,
Dude, his
it's
theme
just
song
so
is
low
so
key.
good. It's so good, dude.
I listen to that
It's
shit in
so
the
lit.
bathtub. Anyway,
Yeah.
on to Dynamite.
Light the
Ospreay and
fuse.
Hobbs.
No, open with Edge. That's how it opened.
Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't have
Yeah.
that written
Which
down.
kind
I
of
only
weird.
have
'cause
two
we didn't
matches.
talk about the stuff before that led to this promo.
Let's do it then.
Should
The
we?
Ariel
Yeah, we should.
Helwani interviews.
Shoot interview. Yeah, I think it's perfect to do before the. Yeah, we can kind of go in order of this week. I think we'll start with the Punk shoot interview, and wow, that was like an hour and 50 minutes or so of just magic and just answering all the questions that I
Whining.
wanted to hear from Punk.
He's a crybaby, dude.
How dare you?
I agree.
Dude, get
It's-
over it. You get paid so much money to sit in catering. Shut up.
Yeah, CM Punk stands for Cry Me a River Punk.
Dude,
Yeah.
even injured, he's keeping the needle moving by doing a dope shoot interview.
Oh yeah, Cody's was
Yeah.
better, dude. Come on.
I mean, obviously it
real.
worked. If Edge, he obviously upset some people over at AEW. If Edge had to
Fair.
start the show with that, I mean,
Yeah.
Punk knows what he's doing too. Like, of course
Yeah.
he wants to fuck it. But also Ariel, like Hawani's had his own issues with AEW because
Oh,
like
that dude's
he
he's
yeah,
such a
he likes
bitch.
both companies. But yeah, well,
He's
Tony
a
got
fucking
mad because he did
turncoat.
something. Well, because he did something at WWE and Tony freaked out and like tweeted all that shit, like talking shit, like "fuck you," and it's just like I don't know. So some
Yeah.
drama,
He was
but
baiting Cody and Josh Barnett to like talk shit about AEW on their
Yeah.
interviews.
dude, that's what I mean. That's a lot of stuff he's always done in the UFC too, and
Mhm.
like that's why UFC fighters and whatever. But that's why he does it. He knows like the questions to ask and to stir shit up
That
for
go
sure.
viral and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's
Is that
like
good
very
journalism
knowledgeable.
though? I don't know. I think it's
It's better
kind
than
of
fucking.
gotcha.
I don't know. It's better than what Sean Ross Sapp and fucking Dave Meltzer does, which CM Punk said he called out Meltzer too and calling him a clown, which I agree.
Yeah, everyone's a clown in his book. I guess his life is just a circus, dude.
It is, and he's surrounded by he's not surrounded by too many clowns anymore, but he I don't know. It was great because he actually is the first person to really address the Vince shit from WWE. Everyone else is just like, yeah, I don't know, where I just wrestle and like I don't want to deal with this, which I understand. And then you got Trips, who it's like his father-in-law too, so like that's a really fucking weird position to be put in too. So I mean, WWE knew he was doing that interview, so they probably just say, yeah, let loose, dude,
Mhm.
put this shit to rest, so everyone's not like they're bringing it up all WrestleMania week and asking. That's why I had to do it Monday. So like all these press things leading up to it, like people are they might just ask now like, what do you think about what Punk said? You know what I mean? But that's
Mhm.
why they had Cody the next day to kind of like put out
Yeah.
fires with some of his shit talk too, and it was a perfect balance. But
Well, it's funny because Cody left AW not like with heat, to be frank. And
well, I mean that's why he
he
left because the fans were being jerks to him,
he
dude.
wasn't a
It's for
crybaby
good.
this
It was for
time,
good reasons.
I'm looking at two of them right now.
Well, he had
He-
heat. People weren't really
Cody
feeling him.
Cody did it to himself,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
and
guys just gave
he
up on
admitted
him.
that too.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
you guys
But
gave up on him after the Anthony Ogogo match, right?
That might have
before
had
that,
something to
man.
do with it.
That was when he got a lot of heat for that. Everyone's just like,
As soon as
we
the
don't
Nightmare
care.
Collective happened, I was like,
That
"You're
wasn't even
guilty
him.
by yeah, he's guilty by association, dude. I'm sorry."
That was like the first week of Dynamite.
And that's yep. It's been a
He
long
was
time
he
coming, Cody.
he was good until that Anthony Go feud, and then
Yeah,
everything after that was just
Yeah.
like,
Well,
ugh.
because it's like
yeah.
they just like pushed it for like a month and a half of like US versus UK, and it's just like why? Like what?
And then they had the scene, they had the promo. No, it wasn't a promo, but it was like a segment where they had the weigh-in, but the scale was like off-centered because of the padding in the ring, so the scale didn't work. And like the Big Show was like freaking out.
Yeah,
Do you
you think
remember
that
that?
you think
I
they would
don't
test
remember
it
that. That's
before?
awesome
No,
though.
I do. Yeah, Paul was losing it.
He was like trying to
Uh,
weigh him, and like it was just like wasn't working out
what can
because
you
it was like
do?
it wasn't a
Yeah.
digital scale; it was like a real scale.
All right. Well, people got really pissed. Like the start of it with Cody was definitely after, like first when he fought Malachi Black, he jobbed out to him and got squashed. And then
Hmm.
the second time after he beat him, everyone got so pissed because that like, but it became that like boring formula of like any new guy that comes in. All right, I'm Cody.
Yeah, because he did it with
I'm I'm
Andrade
gonna
too.
yeah I'm gonna put them over and then I'm gonna do like a rubber match and win and get my win back. But I'm putting them over on the way in. It was just
And like just
boring.
like shit went wrong for him like in that Andrade match too. Like he went through a flaming table, but like he put himself through it by accident.
It was too
Yeah.
close. It was
Hmm.
too close to the fucking
It was
ropes.
too
I don't know
close.
why they yeah, exactly. I don't
It
know
was
what they were,
a series of unfortunate events.
but
Nothing
And
his
then he
crazy.
backflip
like
off the
yeah,
top of the cage was awesome. No one will ever take that from
that was
him.
way before that.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but that's no one will ever
That's
take that from him.
He
like
still
No
has
one,
that.
that was
you
like
can't steal that
February.
from him. You can't steal it from him. All right.
Mhm.
So with
That
all
was
that
what.
said, things have
Fuck
changed in
Yeah,
AEW.
you guys
CM
just want
Punk.
Cody back. All right. You guys just
I'll
want Cody
take
back.
Cody.
Um,
You can keep Phil.
I want Brandy.
I want Sean Spears. All right. So back to what
You're
Edge
getting
was saying.
Pharaoh. You're getting Cody's dog, you pieces of shit.
I like Pharaoh, so I'll
Probably
take
the
it.
best, most talented member of the family. Anyway, I'm playing. I chose Cody for the fucking match. All right, we love him. So what Edge said, he came in and said, AEW is where the best wrestle.
Well, let's go over what CM Punk said first about AEW.
Oh, he did. What did he
We just
say?
said he was talking shit.
Yeah, we were getting it.
Talking shit.
So I mean, he's also answering all the questions Ariel's asking him. So like, it's like he's definitely answering how you would think he would, but actually saying it. And yeah, he just said AEW. It's not a business what they're doing. That was kind of the main thing. Like he said that like 3 or 4 times throughout. Like he mentioned it. Like it's just not a business. He's like, I guess. He's like, well, what? And then Ariel's like, what's the point of it then? He's like, well, I guess what they do is, I don't know, they just try to have like good matches, I guess, and
Yeah,
that's
they just
it.
try to have the best wrestling and the best matches they can.
It was kind of like when Dan Schneider hired the actor to interview him. It's basically what CM Punk
It's
did.
the same energy.
Yeah,
it's a
they just threw
PR
him
move.
softballs.
Yeah, no, I mean WWE set that up. CM Punk's the guy, and I mean CM Punk did what he had to do because, yeah, I think it did revert the energy about asking about Vince all week. Now it's like they're asking about what CM Punk said, because then, dude, but he went heavy on Vince. Like I'm sure like Trips is like, yeah, did say whatever you want, but I'm sure he was like Trips was watching that and he's just like, all right, you don't have to
like
compare
him anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, he compared him to fucking. I mean, yeah, I'm sure Vince's father-in-law is probably fucking
compared him
demonic
to
as
Jeffrey
fuck.
Dahmer, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He first
crazy.
compared it to Chris Benoit, like as far as like, the only thing in
Having
his life he
someone
can
that
compare it to.
Yeah,
Then
that
you have
does
no
something.
idea that, and then you're just like, what do I do? He's like, I don't know that person, and it's fucked up. But he's like, also, it's probably easier for me because like I'm not. So many people looked at Vince as like a father figure, but he's like, I already have a dad, and I was never looking for that.
Yeah, he has a dad. His name is Bret Hart.
The thing about Chris Benoit and Vince McMahon is that no one knew about Chris Benoit. Everyone knew about Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's what the difference is.
Yeah, well, Punk put it this way. He's just like, he's like, it wasn't like, he said it wasn't like Caligula, like, the wild times in Rome, where it's just like orgy sex parties. Like,
yeah, because it's a business.
That shit was going on behind
mean?
scenes. Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. So it's going on behind scenes, I guess.
Yeah.
And because I mean, he's a very outspoken person. So like, I don't think, especially as far as, shit with women or anything like that, like he's not gonna fuck around. That's why we got Punk. He takes care of the women, and Cody takes care of the civil rights. So WWE is good to go. Thank you, Cody.
Yeah, we just needed those 2 white dudes to do it. Thanks.
Yeah,
he was talking too much shit about my scapegoat.
True.
Oh yeah,
well, don't fucking talk shit about Jack Perry.
Well, he just told the true story finally. So he said what happened was Tony Schiavone, the whole thing. So Collision was
told CM Punk to shut the fuck up. Go ahead, on Twitter.
No, he did. Yeah, I saw that. I reposted it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so he so the way Punk said it happened is like Collision was his show. That was the point of it. Kind of separate shows from the Elite, and like Punk got to call shots on the show and like book it and stuff like that. So he originally, Jack Perry, wanted to use the glass, like use a rent-a-car, but he wanted to smash the windows in with a lead pipe. That was the original thing he wanted to do, and I think that would have been on a Collision. And Schiavone told him, "Yeah, we're not doing that." And then some other producer, I forget his name, told him that too. And apparently Jack cursed both of them out. And then Tony Schiavone went to Punk and said, "Hey, listen, like he cursed like us out, like he's not listening to us about that, blah blah blah." So then Punk goes to him, and Punk was just like, "Listen, man, we're not gonna smash like the windows of a rental car with the lead pipe just to like do it." And he's like, if you want to do that on Wednesdays on that show, you can, but here on Collision, we're not going to do that. And he said he took it well and was cool about it. He's like, all right. He's like a little upset about it first, and Punk's like, listen, I understand. Like when I got into this industry, I would do a lot of extreme kind of stuff and wild things, but there's a place and time for it. So that's how he kind of set it up to him. And Jack acted cool. They were fine with it. And because Punk liked Jack, like they had no issue with him starting out. And then Punk said that Jack was also showing up late all the time to Collision or just whenever he wanted and taking like random 3 to 4 weeks off. Then he'd come back and just kind of being a little bit of a diva is how Punk put it, which there's truth to that because obviously Tony, Tony Khan like has suspended Jack because it was like a litany of things that have been happening that were pissing him off. Like because he got choked out by Punk, you know what I mean? But he did start that fight, and and knowing what Punk would do because he definitely knew he'd get a rise out of Punk with that shit. But
Mhm.
he said all led to that night. He's sitting back in Gorilla with Joe, and they're watching. He saw the real glass thing, and he was obviously pissed about it, and because that was on 0 hour. And then Punk's waiting to go out to do his match with Joe, and then when Jack gets back there, Jack like Punk said like got in his face, and he brought up the Chael Sonnen thing. He said and that's he said he's like it's like Chael Sonnen, it's protect yourself at all times, and you got to make space. He's like I gotta
Can't
make
let you
that
get
space.
too close.
Yeah,
Let
that's
you get
exactly
too
what he
close.
said. Yeah, that's what he said. He's like I went to Chael Sonnen mode. I was like I can't let him get too close. Can't let him get too close. And then he's like I thought I did the responsible thing. Instead of punching him in the face, I just put him in a sleeper hold and just held him there and just like tried it to make it not a fist fight. And then Samoa Joe, he said, looked up at me and said, "Hey man, stop." And he got me out of it and I stopped. And then, but yeah, he basically said Tony Khan, like, yeah, he doesn't know why but that was the scariest moment of his life. And he thought he was going to die, but
what did he say about Shivani?
he didn't say anything bad. He just said
No, he didn't say-
Shivani came
yeah.
to him. Yeah, he just came to him and like said, "Listen, like Jack's giving us issues. He cursed me out. Can you like talk with him? And Punk like really didn't want to because he knew it probably wouldn't go too well. But then it
No,
went okay.
Shivani was just on Twitter. He's just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't want to talk about this. I don't
Yeah.
care. Let's just move on.
Yeah, so it probably
He
is
was
what
just mad that he just
happened.
kept
But
it's getting brought up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's probably like a realistic story, and like obviously that's what I'm saying. Jack didn't just get suspended by Tony Khan for that. Like it was definitely a buildup of like kind of the things Punk was talking about. So he didn't have an NDA for that at least, but he did
Yeah.
have one for Brawl for All, which
Jack would never do this stuff.
he
I know
so
him.
yeah. So Punk for Brawl for All, like he had to tiptoe around things because he has an NDA for that. But
What the fuck's
he
Brawl
said
for All?
That's what
backstage.
they
Brawl out.
Brawl
Oh,
out.
okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay.
Brawl for All or
That's
whatever.
a tournament.
It's a
Yeah,
tournament
that's the Vince
where
Russo tournament.
yeah, Dr.
Yeah,
that's
Death
basically that's basically what it was, dude. But the only thing, so he'd only drop
Butterbean?
these like very outside things where he said the NDA is more for the elite than for him because of
Mhm.
something they did, and he made it seem like something was like extra shitty was done to Larry too, because he said like
I hope so.
we don't have the full. How dare you,
Oh,
dude?
come on, man.
Larry's dude.
I want
Larry's
Pharaoh to kill Larry.
True, that is a dream match.
yeah. No, it is a dream match. It would be.
Pharaoh's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Dude, Larry's wild though. He's like he's a little Rey Mysterio. Have a lucha mask. But yeah, so that was like I don't know. So it's weird. There's still whatever about that, and then yeah, I don't know. It's
I don't know.
wild,
Whatever.
and then Cody came on the next day and said I don't agree with his assessment of AEW.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Punk said something like Tony Khan's not a boss, like for
Yeah, he did.
here. And
Yeah,
Punk
he said that.
and then Cody was like, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
all of the people involved, he was saying, like, we wouldn't have been able to do what we've
Well, yeah. Well, and
you
Cody
know.
was saying too, like he doesn't agree with the assessment, like saying it's not a business either, and it's just a fucking
Yeah.
shit show. But to Punk's credit, I wouldn't say Tony Khan is a boss because he like in all these situations that are happening, he's just fucking sitting on the sideline saying, I don't know what to do. Like Punk said on that when he dropped the fucking pipe bomb presser after like was that all out? Yeah, like
Well, that was all out. Yeah.
he said
right
that
before the
like
fight.
yeah, he said all those things he said was something he was telling Tony Khan for like he said all those things to him already for like weeks, and Tony Khan just like wouldn't. It's like I don't know. I feel like he feels like he has to pick sides or something. Elite and Punk, but it's like then he made different shows, but it's just like he doesn't. I don't know. Punk talked about a few different stories where like, and just stories that we know being AEW fans, where they're like, we're just like, how are these fights, or how's it like? Where's Tony Khan when this shit's going on? You know what I mean? Like, why isn't he? He's like afraid to lay down the law because he made the mistake of like being too much of everyone's friends, and then it's hard to like leave that role. You know what I mean? So seems like he utilizes just kind
Yeah.
of veterans to do shit, and like
But
that's why I still don't understand. My question is, what was Jericho doing in this situation? Because like he's for sure, a leader, and like Tony
He was doing
Khan's like
shots.
right.
listen,
Like
when
I feel like I'm surprised Jericho didn't like. I wonder what his and CM Punk's relationship is. You know what I mean? Because I
I
feel
don't think
like
it's good.
in
well, that's
any
yeah. I don't think
industry,
so either.
if
But they
you
won't talk
fight
about
with
each
your
other.
coworkers, if you're fighting with your coworkers, it's not professional. You know what I mean? So it's like it's so easy to be like, oh, it's the management. But like, dude, when was the last
Yeah,
time
well, I
you went
mean,
into work and you punched your coworker because they gave you a little
yeah,
snide remark? I know
yeah.
you wanna, but
But how many times is it gonna? That was like it was happening over and over again. Look at Sammy and Eddie Kingston got in a fist fight backstage. Like fucking, there was
yeah,
just like endless drama and fights and shit. And like Tony Khan wasn't laying down the law because
yeah,
people kept doing the same shit and they really weren't getting in
fair.
trouble or they'd have to miss a show. And he's just, I
That's
don't
a
know.
part of the growing pains, though, of
No, it is.
becoming
And
a
I
big
think
company.
yeah. And I think we kind of like, everyone kind of knows that, like, I don't know. It's just his personality too. He's a nice guy. He doesn't want to be that
Mhm.
whatever. But I don't know. I think also he's probably, yeah, I don't know. He should. And Punk basically just said, like, I don't know why he doesn't run AEW more like he runs the Jaguars, which I don't know if that's like, I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, the NFL is run pretty well, but they're different things for sure. And I don't know. I
All
think
right,
Tony's
Punk.
gotten a
Punk
little
has gotten
better.
enough airtime this week. All right,
He never
let's
gets enough,
let's see
dude.
him do something interesting.
Yeah.
Instead of talking about the same thing every
Well,
week.
I mean, he cut a 20-minute promo on Raw last week, so not
Okay,
this
right
week, the week
on.
before. And he
Adam
did,
Copeland.
yeah. So
He
Cope
came out to
basically,
start off the show. He talked about how growing up he loved all wrestling. He mentioned WWF. He mentioned Stampede in Canada. He mentioned NWA. And he basically like the idea of what he was going for was like, can't we just enjoy wrestling? Can't we just enjoy that this art form is popular now and not be
yeah,
like tribalist, you know?
yeah. It was a tribalism promo for sure.
Yeah.
And he said the word fun a million times. He's like, I'm having fun. This is the most fun I've ever had in my life. Like
Listen,
everything.
man,
He
that's what it's
said
all
fun like
about.
20 times, man. That's why I got the Joe Biden glasses on today, man. I'm here having fun, man.
Come on, man.
It's about fun. Listen, man, it's about fun. Okay.
It builds
It's
the
about fun.
economy.
We got the best wrestlers,
But so
man.
then he went into talking about like, listen, like if I don't remember what he said specifically, maybe it was on Punk's point of if this isn't a legitimate company or whatever, but like if this wasn't like a legitimate company, do you think I would be here? Do you think Okada, Osprey, Claudio, all these people would be
Yeah.
here?
Us, yeah. We wouldn't be
Us.
fans of a piece of shit product, you
Yeah.
know?
So
Yeah.
it's like obviously, people
I
just
just
want
want
to pick a side.
I want a third party telling of everything that went down from just like a UK like garbage man who was working on site that day. I was like, what's going on? Yeah.
That's what I want to.
I need an
Yeah,
unbiased third party.
yeah. We do need it. Is that yeah. So
So we can go to the first
yeah,
match, I
so
think.
I thought that was great, but it also showed that Punk did get what he wanted, which is to get under their skin like a sicko. Like
Yeah.
he
That's all he wants.
but
So
but Edge is the
no
perfect
matter what
guy to,
company he's at.
but I love it because it's a fucking crossover, and that was something they haven't been doing in a while, where they were doing like where MJF and other people on like Raw would talk shit back and forth in like subliminal ways or just right out in the open. You know what I mean? Usually AEW
Mhm.
just fucking calls them out by names and don't give a shit. But
Yeah, also
yeah,
Nick Khan was at Bloodsport today.
that dude, I guess he's
That's
starting to like
weird.
wrestling. That's good. He's starting to like
Mhm.
wrestling more. Because I remember everyone would post pictures of him like not enjoying SmackDown or something. Like he doesn't even give a shit. He was just sitting
Mhm.
there. But I don't know.
Do you
Nick
think
Khan is
what do you think they're trying to do? Do you think they're trying to work with GCW to try to like corner the independents or something?
well. I mean, he's talked with like Brett's met over a year ago with
He
On
looks
Steph.
great.
She
why isn't it focusing?
Brett's met with WWE,
There you
a
go.
few times in the past few years because they've considered doing a hardcore show.
Yeah,
with GCW, which would be fucking awesome. And
that would be cool.
yeah, I think Triple H has the insight and the looking at like the future of wrestling a lot better than Vince did in the past few years, because he was shot out and too busy with his fucking gross shit he was doing. And Triple H, that's why I brought the ROH guys in, so he gets it. So I think Triple H, for sure. I mean, they keep working with TNA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now you got GCW, you work with them, and it's kind of perfect because AEW splintered their relationship with TNA, and that's why they haven't worked together in a year. And then they splintered the relationship with GCW a bit too. They did. Like I always thought it was fucking bullshit that Moxley champ and then AEW champ. He's a double champ. Why can't he bring the fucking GCW title out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was weird. It was like when it would be like a way for Tony Khan to like to punish GCW. And I remember when Kenny had the AAA mega title, and like sometimes he'd come out holding it, and then like it'd be 2 shows in a row we didn't have it. We'd always talk about like, why doesn't he have all the titles right now? But like last week he had that title too. It's weird. Like so, and then he's cut his relationship off AEW with NWA too, which is kind of crazy because Billy has given him a lot of good female talent, and everything kind of went sour after that one event, and Tony Khan talks some shiz. So Tony does start some he did like he'll speak his mind and start some drama and shit with other companies. He doesn't care. So Tony like he needs to take that energy as like a boss man with like his talent too, of just like putting you might get upset about what I say, but whatever. You know what I mean? This is how it is, and I'm not gonna. And he like I'm not like I don't know who the like no one really knows all the details of like all the stuff between him and GCW or the it's just a lot of like business type shit and dealings and back and forths. But yeah, I don't. He
I
needs to
like
bring that
that
energy to the
philosophy
locker
though.
room.
I like the
Yeah.
philosophy that Edge is putting out there. It's like, can we just enjoy it? Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
And I think Edge is the perfect guy to go back and forth with
What
Punk
the
too,
fuck?
because he took over for Punk. You know what I mean? Like Punk left and Edge came in. You know what I mean? And around the older wrestler who's in that spot, ex-Fed guy that's fucking won tons of championships. So he kind of took that spot and he's done great with it. I mean, Edge is
Yeah,
fucking.
definitely.
That's why they gave him Collision too. They basically handed him like Punk left his keys for Collision, at the door for Khan, and he said, "Here, Edge,
Yeah.
start it up, and let's get Collision rolling."
So with that in mind, it's time to talk about the Battle of the Wills.
The Battle of the
Powerhouse
Wills
and Osprey.
Yeah. So
or as Edge calls him, Osprey.
Yeah, Osprey.
He's Canadian, man. They say shit weird. They say sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. It was so serious. Yeah, I've watched so much Degrassi that I'm just like I've gotten fucking immune to it.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
I know I will make it
through.
And that's exactly what Osprey said when he was going into this match.
Yeah, and that's what he said to Don Callis. He said, "Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through."
We've been waiting for this match. We've been talking about it every goddamn week. Where is fucking Will Hobbs?
And this was the match. This is how you started a Dynamite off. Last week, that the Shibata match probably should have ended or been in the middle. But when I was watching this, I was like, "This is how you start a fucking Dynamite." And that was one of Hobbs. Like, dude, it's Ospreay just to me right now like the best wrestler in the world. Not like in ring. You know what I mean?
Easily.
Everything else
His
getting
promos
there.
are really good too.
Always, always. He just needs the right storyline, which he's gonna get for sure in the title, and he'll come full circle with everything he has to do. But it's just fucking next level. And he like Powerhouse Hobbs is great, but he's exactly what his name is, a powerhouse, and that's kind of his style of wrestling. So like that's like when him and Wardlow fought each other, it was just kind of like you know what I mean? This is a little they weren't the best matches, and that happens a lot of time when you put two big guys together. It's not always going to be a fucking a show stealer, but
he
made Hobbs look, dude, it was so good. He worked with Hobbs style so well. And he took insane bumps where he said Hobbs, even like those mini power bombs on like the side. What do you call it? The fucking.
Well, so they had like one slip up because like he was doing like this thing where he was gonna jump off the or something. He was trying to jump out of the guardrail, but like the foam pad
Yeah, he
was all
ran.
fucked up.
Yeah,
So
he
he
ran
like
full
he
speed.
just jumped over it, he ripped it off, and then like they saved it, and he got
Yeah.
suplexed by Hobbs into like the steps, and it was just like looked pretty painful.
I know, and Don Callis started screaming because at first, like Taz, and there's like he's like, why do you keep having your guys fight and stuff? And you're worried about like injuries and like whatever. And then like, actually, it wasn't Taz; it was the other piece of shit saying that. Taz is like, we don't talk about injuries, dude. We don't fucking bring those up. You don't think about that as a wrestler.
Excalibur, yeah.
I guess was it Excalibur? Isn't there someone else with them?
This is Dynamite, so it's Excalibur, Shivani, and Taz.
So maybe it was Shivani and Excalibur talking about it. But yeah, but Taz like put him in their place and he's like, don't talk about that. And Callis is like, I'm not worried about it. And then that happened and Callis started screaming. He's like, no, no, don't do that. Because he kept calling him the golden goose and stuff. But it was such a good match, dude. And yeah, one of Powerhouse's best matches in AEW, without a doubt.
There was like one moment where like he just like open hand slapped Hobbs across the face, and like Hobbs didn't even hit him back. He's just like screaming at him, getting in his face. Just like it was pretty good. Like I feel like they're building for everyone in the Callis family to hate Ospreay.
Well, I mean, but also or like know their place, like because I like the idea of just like, all right, I've got all these next level wrestlers, like we need a leader, so you guys can fight for it. You know what I mean? It's like in Dark Knight when the Joker, breaks the thing in half and throws it, and like, all right, whoever gets this wins, and you'll be my dog. So he's taking all of them out, and all three of them are fucking. I would say Fletcher. I don't know. I can't. Do you guys think Fletcher or the Takeshita match against Ospreay was better? How would you rank his three matches against the Callis family?
Takeshita
Probably right. I know on the paper. It was on pay per view too.
Might be my favorite.
That could be match of the year. I mean, right now, like it's in the running for sure. That was and then the Fletcher match, like that following Wednesday, was fucking insane too. And then I would put Hobbs third in that row, but all three of them are 4.5 stars or more.
The Ospreay versus Don Callis match.
It's coming, dude. It's coming. I want Don Callis to start doing hot
tags,
hot homoerotic paintings with Ospreay now. Dude, those were so great, dude. I love
they
that,
ended
dude.
that after the Sammy thing, and that like segment was just horrible. He's like, "You painted my baby."
Yeah. How dare you paint my baby?
Yeah.
And then
it's Sammy.
Sammy ruined it. He ruined the painting.
Oh yeah, for like murdering Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. And then Matt was at Raw. You guys see that?
Yeah. Good. Leave him there.
Yeah.
His wife posted a vid of
hope he didn't get lost in the parking lot.
All the fans going up. Yeah. And he said, and they asked him, Chris Van Fleet said, "Hey, like WrestleMania's getting close, so you and Jeff gonna show up?" He's like, "You never know." That's the cool thing about wrestling, man. You never know. You know, man.
Throw them in the ladder match.
That would be cool, but I don't know. I know Matt's got a contract that he's deciding whether or not he wants to sign AEW, but I don't think Jeff's is up yet because his timeout they added it on. Yeah, because like they were gonna his was supposed to so like they didn't count that's his time off his time towards the contract. Mm-hmm. So that they were set to end around similar times, but but Tony Khan, to his credit, dude, like he doesn't hold people as prisoners like Vince McMahon would in the fucking past in WWE. Like if you want to leave, even Punk, dude, like hide, you want to leave, whatever, go. Even if you're gonna go to WWE, it might hurt us initially. Like I'm not gonna fucking keep the poison
people
here.
That don't want to be there,
No, yeah, he should have had a no compete clause for Punk. Punk could have wrestled the day after he left AEW, which is insane.
That is pretty.
But Nick Khan didn't know he had a no compete clause because they just thought that was insane. They figured it was 90 days at least, and he called because
they I think they asked him to wrestle at Rumble or some shit.
Yeah, and he's like, "No,
I can wrestle now."
Yeah, and they're like, "What the fuck? Why didn't anyone tell us this?" And he's like, "I don't know. I've been sitting home hanging out.
I don't know. Punk, baby. You guys are just a really genius company,
But Punk's, dude, it's insane to me though. With him is like The Rock and and Cody Rhodes get insane pops. But like CM Punk still probably gets the biggest pop, even when he came out. I mean,
Yeah.
it was at Chicago again, but even like other places, it's
There's
crazy. I
nostalgia
feel like
to it, you know.
The
yeah,
only
well, I
pop he
feel
gets is
yeah.
the pop from his shoulder every time he tears his fucking ligament.
Every time he tries to tie his
You
shoes.
piece of shit. Fuck you,
Dude.
Punk.
I know. That's why you guys
I'm
are
just
Drew
playing.
McIntyre fans. You should get the Drew
We're
shirt,
playing.
a few of his
Yeah.
shirts.
Hey, listen, I have the Larry shirt, dude.
I
It's
have
a pro shirt.
It's a cool
I have-
shirt.
I have the ice cream bar in my butt still.
Don't ever let it leave.
I have the stick because the whole ice cream melted. I don't know what happened to the cookie.
You know the Larry shirt's based off of a Roddy Piper shirt.
Oh, really? That's dope.
Yeah.
So then next up
Yeah.
was Lance Archer versus Bryan Danielson, which honestly is probably my favorite match of the night. It's kind of hard because Hobbs and Ospreay was crazy style, super duper sauce.
I
Thunder
thought
Rosa,
that
Mariah May.
Hey, that was good too. Listen, come on, but
I thought it
different
was
strokes for different strokers.
I thought it was like an okay match, but very predictable. The American Dragon and Archer.
Well, yeah, you did know who was going to win that match.
But not even
Yeah.
that, just like predictable is how the whole match would go, honestly. I don't know.
I don't know.
really
I thought it was dope because it's like my favorite stuff that like Brock Lesnar's ever done or Redacted has ever done was he had those matches with Danielson where like I don't know, Danielson is able to make it believable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't
No,
know.
I thought it was
just
I
cool
thought
to
it was a
see.
good match. I thought it was a good match.
He's like hammering on his legs to make him short.
Yeah.
That's just genius. That's perfect in-ring psychology, you know?
Yeah,
And
I thought
Archer was doing
thought it
cool
was
shit.
solid.
He like lifted up like some like security personnel or some shit and fucking power bombed him onto Bryan Danielson's body, which was pretty
Yeah,
sick.
I want to see like kind of like some type of storyline continue at Archer because they have so
Yeah.
many false starts with him.
He needs some
Where,
wins,
like,
you know?
Yeah, well, they have all these false starts where he's gone for a while and then he comes back and they're trying to like do something and then all of a sudden like he disappears again. And they're like, oh, we don't really like that. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Honestly,
hoping
man,
like
I
with the
think
Righteous,
that
he does cool stuff.
I was gonna say I think him with the Righteous could be a good trio to get the trios title, you know?
I think it is. I think it's a good.
Mhm.
I think it's like something new. He needed something new, Archer. You know what I mean? He needed something fucking a little bit new for like kind of a repackaging of himself as far as same guy, but he needed a crew for sure. And I think they should
Yeah.
make them full time stable.
And have
Which I
Jake
think
the
they're
Snake cut more promos.
Well, yeah,
absolutely,
Jake the Snake
dude.
didn't come with him for this match, which not that
Which I
like,
was sad
he
about.
needs him, but yeah, I do feel sad when I don't see
Yeah.
Jake.
Maybe he
on
doesn't want to go
TV.
to Canada.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, and that's
He
why
lives down
Lance
here in
Archer
Georgia,
lost.
so
That's why Archer lost.
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can't bust a nut unless Jake the Snake is there, right?
True. We're
Remember
not gonna
Jake
bust our nut.
Remember when Jake the Snake said the R word in Peanut Butter Falcon?
Whoa, does he?
You remember that?
Oh my
I've seen the
god.
movie.
That's what the final match is the Peanut Butter Falcon versus Jake the
right.
Snake. And
Well,
he
he's
calls
playing a
the-
heel, and it was
he
for
calls
the
him the R
time, you
word.
know?
And it was
He called
it
it-
was the South, so
And that's why he got his ass thrown.
and Mick Foley was the ref,
I didn't remember that. That's trippy.
wasn't he?
I feel like you're right. Yeah.
I forgot about that too. That's
I
fucked
forgot
up.
about that. I haven't seen that movie in a minute.
Yeah, I only saw it once. I should
Um,
watch it again.
I just bought Iron Claw on Blu-ray. Anyway.
Oh, I bought it on VHS, bud.
Oh shit. Give them a shout out. CRT Wrestling.
CRT
Wipe-
Wrestling.
CRT wrestling, dope shit. And if you're getting into VHS type stuff like we are and you love wrestling, it's awesome.
He just put out Masato Tanaka versus Mike Awesome, like all their best matches. Crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he
He's
put
some-
out the double feature too.
Yeah, the double
Of Iron
feature.
Claw and the wrestler.
Yeah, we should probably get him on the show in the future and pick his brain for sure.
Yeah.
I think that'd be cool.
Mhm.
But
Hell yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was a really fun match, you know, making Danielson believably win against like a giant, you know.
Yeah. And it still
And
put over
then-
Archer because he had a really good match with him. You know, like it wasn't easy for Danielson at all.
So then we go from a high point to a midpoint.
Uh-oh.
And that's when Lion Hook comes out.
That's what I thought you were gonna say. Yeah.
Lion Hook comes on out and he says, yeah, Chris, listen,
man.
just have the fucking fight. You know what I mean? What are we doing
Is
here?
that what it's leading to? Like Jericho versus Hook at
Dynasty, I suppose.
Dynasty?
Yeah. So now they're gonna fight Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty, which will be a good match.
I like them.
Yeah, they're great in ring. They had a pretty decent promo too. But yeah, you can just tell the crowd doesn't fucking care about what Jericho's up to lately.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
You need to take some time off.
Yeah, I think that would be very beneficial.
Spend some time with your kids, bro. I know he wants to join the Trump campaign trail this fucking fall and summer. So give him some time to do that.
Hey, yeah, I'm voting for Ali 2024. Okay.
Yeah, same.
That's my right.
Same.
That's all I'm like. People get asked like someone's out there like, yeah, like I'm not voting for Trump or Biden. Ali. Like, what is he like another independent? Mustafa Ali, yeah. On the indie scene, absolutely, he's an independent. You fucking a-holes, and he's got the TNA X Championship. You piece of shit. That's enough votes for me.
Wow.
Who's his VP?
I'm trying. I mean, probably Mansoor, right?
I don't know. What if he's running with Mace?
Or yeah,
Mace,
true.
No, he'll probably be Secretary of Defense.
Yeah,
Mansoor.
he is a good defense guy. All right, yeah. Next match we got
for the VP.
We got Daddy Ass versus Jay White, and this was a fun one. You know, it ended via DQ.
Nutshot.
Yeah. So it was fun though. You know, it's like they didn't want to like bury Billy Gunn. They didn't want to bury Jay White.
This is another feud that's like wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun though, you know, like I love like a false count anywhere like start. Not that was the stipulation, but it's like they just wouldn't go in the ring.
And it's such a creepy random dream match that like you would never like you talk to me for like a year or two like, oh yeah, Billy Gunn versus Switchblade Jay White, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
The fuck? The fuck's going on? It's awesome though. Yeah, it was a perfect middle of the night little fun fan favorite. I feel like just for the AEW fan.
And you know, one thing I will say about like this is like the Acclaimed is becoming more like of a serious team. I feel like through this feud, they're becoming more like intense, and it's less about the jokes.
Well, I thought they got more intense when they teamed up initially with the Golden Elite. The
Bang Bang Scissor Gang.
The Bang Bang Scissor Gang. Well, when they created that with the Golden Gun Club or whatever, Bullet Club Gold. Yeah. I know. I'm fucking.
There's so many fucking things. They're all so similar.
There's so many bang bangs and boop boops, and everyone's got guns. Okay, but Arn Anderson's the only one with the real ones. Am I right?
For real.
But
he's showing up at Mania.
But I thought they got really serious when they wanted to respond to the devil shit. Like both teams did. They stopped the jokes and they were like, "We're teaming up to fuck them up," and then it just never happened. And then they broke it. That still doesn't make any sense to me. I don't compute. I do not compute that. It's like they got together for one reason and then they didn't even do it. And they just like did promos every week and barely wrestled a lot and just
that didn't make any sense.
It was bullshit because I was excited about that war. The war that never was.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they didn't do that.
It's weird. I mean, I don't know. I guess like they changed what they want to do for Undisputed Kingdom, I guess.
Which is like also nothing.
So they haven't been doing anything. Like that's confusing me too. It's like
maybe
they put
like
Wardlow on this.
It's like injury is way longer than they thought or something. I don't know.
I mean, apparently, dude.
They've painted themselves into a corner with it, I feel like.
Yeah, because it was like built up to be some fucking next level thing.
Factions.
Yeah, they did it with Bang Bang Scissor Gang and Undisputed Kingdom at the same time.
I mean, they did it with the Pinnacle for a while too.
Yeah, and then the Pinnacle just like wait, and then we had months where like, are they still stable? Or are they not stable?
Mhm.
And like no one knew. And then once in a while, MJF
Yeah.
was like, yeah, we're still stable, and then we wouldn't see them together for 3 months again. And then he had the firm that lasted 1 week.
Oh yeah, the
Or
firm.
we-
That wasn't really Tony Khan's fault. That was like CM Punk getting injured.
Yeah, but it was cool when MJF went out there and dick kicked Big Bill and everybody.
Mhm. 'Cause
It
that
was
cool,
fucking
dude. That
hilarious.
shit was so cool until
When-
like CM Punk got injured.
Yeah.
It was.
Like the way like they introduced
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Lost
whatever.
opportunities.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what Punk said. Punk did not have one bad thing to say about MJF, and he said, "Yeah, that was definitely the best feud I had there." And he said, "Definitely the best feud AEW's ever had." That was Ariel Helwani's words.
I don't know about that.
That was Ariel Helwani's words, and Punk was like, I
Yeah,
I
I'll
wouldn't
take
take
that
it.
credit.
It's Kenny Omega Hangman by like
Yeah.
30 miles. That's the
Yeah.
best one.
I don't know. I remember the
Shut the
I
fuck
remember
up.
the
How
strap
dare you.
match, the dog collar match, a lot more than their match.
Really?
I think
I-
that says a lot about you, man.
I just mean like the whole
Just
build
fucking
up.
around.
No,
Yeah.
no, it was a longer storyline.
Because they
And,
went
like
For
from
they were
2 years.
tag
tag team
titles.
It was 2
champions.
years, yeah.
And
No,
then,
and it was done to perfection. Literally, it was done to perfection. And I'm trying to
And
think.
then CM Punk had to come in and ruin Hangman's run.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
piece
what
of
an
Well, that's the
shit.
empty-headed
thing.
fuck.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. MJF and CM Punk, like their story wasn't completely finished, you know. So I think,
No,
yeah, Hangman
not at
and
all.
Kenny Omega by far top feud. And what would you have in like the third or second or third if MJF is and CM Punk is second with A Dub?
I don't know.
I liked
Eddie Mox.
I liked Moxley and Jericho early on too. That was
really
pretty
good,
fucking
yeah.
cool at like the beginning of everything, and
Mhm.
then after that, everyone wanted to just take everyone's eyes away and wear pirate patches every fucking
Mhm.
week.
It's true.
Can we
Yeah.
stop the pirate patches, AEW? I don't know who
What are you
needs.
talking about? Hey, WWE
Uh,
did that immediately after AEW did that.
Yeah, dude.
They had an eye for an eye match.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
with
With
Rollins
Ray.
and Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Rollins,
And he pulled a
took
ping
Ray's
pong
eye
ball
out.
out of his head.
And then
Yeah.
Malachi Black took his eye gimmick from WWE and then continued it through
Yeah.
AEW.
Everyone
We
just
love
about
eyes,
does it, which
dude.
is hilarious.
I wish
Yeah.
Christopher Daniel still had the eye to bring up what we were
Facts,
talking
Yeah.
about.
facts.
They're just AEW talent loves pirates, dude. So when they heard
Paul
Johnny Depp
Burchill.
might come, yeah. Well, he's NWA right now, right?
Is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of another pirate, Stokely Hathaway came out with Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale, and they did a little interview with Renee. And Mercedes came and she interrupted, and she basically said, "Whoever is TBS champion at the end of Dynasty, I'm fighting y'all." So
She said CEO.
that's exactly what she
CEO.
said.
Yeah, I wonder if that's gonna be your first match or not. I don't know.
This is Sasha's company now.
Yeah, well, so it
I
says
guess, but she
whoever
didn't even get that
leaves
much screen
Dynasty,
time.
because Chris and Willow are fighting for Dynasty. So
Nope.
Yeah.
It's
So
Julia
then-
and Willow.
Yeah, because
Did I
Willow
say
won
it
the
wrong?
match.
You said Chris.
Julia
Okay.
Gulia.
Oh, right.
So that leads us to the final
Damn it,
match.
Idiot.
Which,
Nope, 2 matches.
No,
oh yeah,
there's two
with Thunder
matches
Rosa and
and then
Mariah
a
May,
final
yeah.
segment. Yeah,
Mhm.
but you're getting ahead of yourself. We still have Young Bucks and Best Friends.
Oh yes, I am getting ahead of myself. Well, that's what I was talking about. That's the second to last match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Thunder and Mariah came, and yeah, of course the EVPs killed it per usual, and really sad. Trent was a jerk, and that's not my best friend.
Why would
Chasing
he
another best
do
friend.
that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What did he whisper to Statlander though after she freaked out backstage? That's what I want to know. Because her reaction wasn't like it was like surprise, but like oh, like I don't know. It's weird.
You know
It
what
was
I think he
odd.
said?
What?
It's time to be the worst friends.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what if it's a swerve?
Yeah, like he joins the EVPs or something just to get inside and fuck them over.
Ooh, that would be
Yeah,
cool.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
That's what like it made me feel like when he whispered to her and she's like, she wasn't like, what the fuck? She was like,
He's like, I'm joking.
She's like, oh, yeah.
It was a prank. Yeah, I mean, I would think that would be cool for them to have another person in the elite that can be like a mid-card guy. You know what I mean?
Well, they're gonna
Fight-
get
Yeah.
Jungle. They're getting Jungle Jack eventually.
Yeah, I think they will
That's
bring that
sick.
sick bastard back.
Well, they made like 3 references to Jungle Boy in that match.
Yeah. Dude, good.
Like
He's
in their
perfect with the
in the
Give him
entrance.
to us.
They said, "We love your work, scapegoat," or some shit. Like they were
Yeah.
screaming that,
Ah,
and then they told
Yeah.
Sue to cry me a river.
that's right. I caught that one.
Well, that's the big thing is
That's
like, you know,
wild.
Tony Khan like suspended Jungle Jack, but you know, like the elite was like, dude, come on. We love
I think-
this.
I think ultimately he did that for appearances. You know what I mean? It's like you
well, he
have to
rebranded
discipline
too.
someone when you fight backstage. It's like when you're in middle school and you get into a fight, both people get suspended. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I
Not
think
the one who
also
started it.
and I think also too, NJPW, since Osprey was coming to AEW, they wanted someone to AEW to lend them for sure. Because right as that was happening, Jack Perry showed up, ended up showing up a little bit after NJPW because he was suspended right before Osprey came and made his appearance at. Was that All Out pay-per-view? What pay-per-view was that? It was the one during it was a
Was that
November pay-per-view or whatever, right? Like
Full
around
Gear?
Survivor Series. I think it was Full Gear, you're right.
Mhm.
So I kind of felt like that was probably part of like because Osprey they let him out of his contract a little bit earlier and let him do some like that match January 1st in NJPW, but they're already letting him do. He's already doing AEW
He was just doing
appearances.
appearances. I don't think it wasn't.
No, yeah.
wrestling,
Well,
though.
he said he was officially signed. You know what I mean? So like
Mhm.
so I feel like yeah, that was probably thinking like, oh, you know, Jungle Jack, he's being a bad boy here, like you know, but he'll be over for you guys for sure. So take him off our hands for a bit,
Bad boy.
and that leads to the final match, which was
The Young Bucks won. Just to
they did
Yeah,
win.
the Young Bucks won hardcore. And
Yeah,
that's why
'cause-
Trent turned, you know?
Custer.
He's
Trent-
tired of this Cruster shit.
Yeah, well, because his main problem is like you don't even come to the ring with orange juice anymore, you piece of shit.
That's true.
Why are they saying freshly squeezed?
Yeah,
That's what
where
he's
is
pissed
it?
about.
Where is it?
He said, I want the one with some pulp. Anyway, Tony Storm was on commentary while
Good save,
Thunder
good save.
Rosa. What?
Not.
Oh, while Thunder Rosa and Mariah May fought. And it was fantastic. It was a good match. She made Mariah look pretty good, I think. You know,
Dude, Mariah is good.
she is. No,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm just saying, like in terms of like kayfabe, whatever. You know what I mean? But
Yeah. It was not it wasn't a bad loss for her at all.
yeah,
Yeah, and Thunder looks great, dude. I loved her. I've been loving her ring gear. It's
yeah,
fucking
it
dope.
is sick.
Yeah.
I feel like the Thunderbolt one was fucking sick.
Mhm.
That was on Collision, I think, right? Or was that Dynamite? Which had the blue and yellow.
That was
I
on
think that was
Dynamite this
Dynamite,
week,
yeah,
it
but
was the blue and yellow, yeah.
I'm pretty sure she's worn that before.
Yeah, I think she's doing well because she's not hanging out with the What Culture guy anymore, right? Or is she still doing that?
Simon, what's his name?
Yeah, Simon Gotch, right?
I think I saw. That's not. No, it's Miller. I think.
Miller, yeah, Gotch is like
I
that
think
other.
at that indie show, I saw like some UK YouTubers, like wrestling YouTubers, but not the What Culture guys.
Yeah, it
Some
seems like
other
they broke.
ones.
It seems like their little fling is over. So
Good.
Aw,
yeah,
time for you
so
to
maybe
move in. Chris.
time
I love
to
you. I love you, Simon.
Thanks. That's what I'm saying.
she's gonna start dating Dave Meltzer. Okay.
Who wouldn't? The dude is jacked.
Dude,
He
Jack,
is,
he's
dude.
got papers all over.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's
but Thunder Rosa won, and now she faces Tony Storm at Dynasty,
Yeah, and Tony was in
which I
shock.
assume Deanna Purrazzo is going to mess that match up or some shit.
yeah, and fuck it up for Thunder.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so too.
Mhm.
But do you
That
think
brings us. Oh,
Willow takes the title? We were talking about from Julia.
Yes.
I think she does
yeah, I
too.
think that makes sense because then we can have her against Monet, and then Monet takes the title. You know.
Yeah, because she needs that win back. That should never happen against Willow.
Mhm.
Well,
sure.
how far are we from Double or Nothing?
April 21st is Dynasty, and then Double or Nothing is May
May?
26th.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
It's
enough
1
weeks
month.
for Willow to have a bit of a
I guess.
transitional kind of title reign. It's
Do
not.
you guys think? Do you think MJF comes back? For
No.
for March, not for Dynasty. For what do you call it? Double or Nothing.
I heard his healing is going slower than they thought, so I don't think so.
Yeah, he's still signed to AEW too. Like I know it's like all like
Yeah,
you know,
they like
oh,
removed
done
him from the
January.
roster and shit
Yeah,
like that. Okay,
What did
bro.
he
because
tore?
when he
tore
comes
his,
back, it'll be
his
great.
lat. It was
I
his
don't know.
lat.
It was like everything.
Latissimus dorsi.
I don't fucking know.
Crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, I think
but
yeah.
What?
But I just think it's like amazing because dude, losing MJF at that time was fucked. Honestly.
Yeah.
But now it's just like they have so many top guys right now.
Yeah,
So it's
MJF's
like take your time, MJF.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah,
No,
honestly,
absolutely.
I'm not.
Get
it's
healthy.
not that I'm not missing him, but like it's not
and
that.
and insert him at the right time, even if he even if he's
yeah.
ready to come back in May 26th. Like if there's not the right spot for him, like because his like when he comes back, it's gonna be fucking huge. You know what I mean? Like as far as when they use him, and I'm sure it's gonna be obviously on Adam Cole. But at this point, MJF's probably gonna be like better and waiting for Adam Cole still. So, and dude, other wrestlers when they hurt their legs, you know what they do? They sit in the fucking bench and they just rip weights all fucking day. You know what I mean? Look how fucking AJ Styles and Randy came back.
Listen, man, Adam
those are
Cole
steroids.
stretches and he does.
Yeah, absolutely. But
okay?
you still got to do heavy weightlifting when you're using gimmicks in your butt cheeks. And Adam Cole, dude, call up trips. He'll tell you how to do a perfect cycle and come back. Imagine if he was ripped though, it'd be scary.
But what if he was real fat?
That would be even cooler,
like
honestly.
80 pounds, like more.
That'd be cool.
I don't want to mention who I'm thinking of, but someone come to mind, and I don't want to say it.
Say it. You've already opened Pandora's box.
I can't, dude.
Don't say
I'm not gonna do this to fucking Tony Schiavone again. I feel bad.
That'd be a cool gimmick. That'd be cool. Like Britt Baker didn't want to hang out with me anymore, so I had to look like what you look like.
Yeah, dude,
you know
Britt. Yeah, dude. When is Britt coming back? Is my biggest thing. What the fuck?
Or when like Jamie Hayter comes back or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's like, it's also weird because when Punk left, because he did have a lot of people he was close with there. Like, it did cause a little bit of divide of like picking sides about everything that happened, what was caused, and like you got the Elite on one side, Eddie Kingston, and Bryan Danielson and Samoa Joe are just kind of like in the middle. They just, you know what I mean? I don't think they really pick sides. And then you have, Britt Baker who fucked with Punk heavy and House of Black and FTR. So definitely, I mean, I hope they had some sit downs at least after with all these different people and the whole roster and said, listen, let's fucking.
Once you get rid of the disease, there's all you need to do is to work on the healing. You know what I mean? So I think that anyone that is like in the locker room being like, oh, I'm a Punk guy, or oh, you aren't a Punk guy, you're an Elite guy. It's like, is this even relevant anymore when he's not in the company?
Yeah. Well,
I don't think that there's going to be too much infighting, but I mean, there's clickiness in any realm,
Yeah, but AEW, it's a lot of passive aggressive bullshit. A lot of the drama and backstage stuff that's happened over whatever time, and then it all culminates into some sort of fist fight every fucking time.
Well, or 2 times. Three times.
Punk twice, Sammy and Eddie, and there was another one that I can't think of right now.
Andrade,
that's right.
And Sammy.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Sammy and Jack definitely like to start some shit, which I love.
Brandon Cutler and Cole Cabana.
Yeah, they got into a mud wrestling fight.
The last hoagie catering. Brandon Cutler looks good. He's
have you guys been enjoying Cole
Cabanas? They do all of the dark matches. They do all the opening dark matches.
Have you been watching their dance videos?
No, because
Samoa Joe swerve.
I love myself. Samoa Joe and Swerve ended the night. He hit him with a crazy ass line.
Yeah,
said some shit about Diddy. He did a Diddy line. What was it? Does anyone remember?
Some about trauma, right?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave you more traumatized than those people that left a Diddy party.
Leaving Diddy party early or some shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you more traumatized than the people that stayed at Diddy's parties too late.
Yeah,
There
that's what
you
it was.
go.
That's what
There
it was.
you
Yeah,
go.
and it all comes back to Diddy and his parties and Meek Mill and cages.
Well,
And
listen, Rick Ross was on AEW, and he's
That's true.
apparently very implicated in that
Is he?
situation.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what I've
apparently,
read.
yeah. He might have abused Meek Mill too, or other people, and just weird shit.
Yeah.
Little
Apparently,
Little Wayne just says, "I don't know nothing about that shit. That's some astronaut shit, man. That's what I call
Tunchi.
it."
astronaut.
Tunchi.
Did you
He
say
calls them he calls them astronauts.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's phobic. All right,
it is.
on to what we
No,
were
it
saying.
is. I never said it wasn't.
No, I know. You're right.
Yeah, but that's what
And
Little
this is
Wayne
the man
says.
that they're having at WrestleMania.
You can't
Anyway,
cancel Weezy F baby.
I hope he does lollipop for everyone. Anyway,
That'd be crazy.
Chilling me like a lollipop.
Yeah.
So yeah, Swerve got color. He got his fucking ass beat by Joe.
The
And
chains. Like
Joe
the
leaves the
chain.
ring. Oh yeah, the chain. Beat him with the chain. And he's in the ring bleeding. Joe's on the ramp, almost through Gorilla. And he picks it up and he's like, Joe,
He's like,
if that's all you got. Yeah, he does this scary laugh like a fucking demon. And he goes, Joe, if that's all you got, then I'm taking that title. So then Joe came right back in the ring and rock bottomed him. I don't remember what the real name is, but right into a
Uranagi.
table. Uranagi.
You're
Right
a
into
nagi. You're a nagi.
Chill.
You're a
I
nagi.
love the Uranagi. It did it for me. But yeah,
Yeah.
so that was a
You
fire
think
way
so?
to end
But
the
yeah,
night.
I think Swerve's definitely taking the title off him though.
Yeah. And also just a great way for the people trying to tune into Young Sheldon to just see Swerve bleeding.
That's facts. Yeah.
Definitely traumatizing in its own way.
I love
I mean, you're
those
watching Young Sheldon.
transitions. I love it. And it always starts with like the bullshit narration, like, oh, well, my science fucking mentioned when back then beep boop beep and like
when I was a
I'm Young
kid, it was
Sheldon.
I didn't like watching wrestling. But
I didn't
I love having the
understand it.
times. I like the time slot after it though. All right. What happened on Raw?
Okay, so going into Raw, it's really about the beginning and the end of the show. First of all, the opening was with Rock comes out first to like insane pop, and everyone's just and he's not being full heel to the crowd. He's saying like, yeah, everything he's saying is he's kind of having fun, and everyone's like loving it, eating it up. And then Roman comes out, and then joins him in the ring with Jay Solo and the Wise Man, and they're cutting promos on they both cut promos on Seth and Cody, and they're just shitting on him. And then Seth comes out and he's like in the crowd talking shit to him, saying like he called The Rock out. He's like, "Why in Brooklyn the main event's me versus you tonight?" And then he's like, "Oh yeah, you probably won't fight me, Rock, because you're a pussy." And then he's like, "All right, well, why don't you face me, Roman?" And then of course it ended up him facing Solo. But that being
Right
said,
on.
this opening segment was seamless and like done really well. And at the end of it, it took up the first 34 minutes of the show.
Wow.
Jesus.
That's pretty sick.
That's everything everything I just said was just like it was Rock's promo, Roman's promo, and then Seth's promo. And then Rock and Roman had a small response until Solo's like, "I'll beat you up." And then Seth's like, "Oh, someone's got a fucking pair of balls in the bloodline at least." And then The Rock's like, "It's a bloodline rules match."
Yeah.
And so then the whole show goes on, right? And there's decent shows. They're not trying to like hurt anybody really. They're having just kind of 5-minute matches throughout, 3-minute ones.
Right on.
Ricochet versus Ivar was pretty cool. Damage Control versus Janet Baszler, Tegan Nox, and Zoe Stark. Like so, a little 3v3. But the best match of the night, without a doubt, was Rollins versus Solo, which throwing each other through fucking tables and doing bloodline rolls and just fucking each other up. I was like, this is wild that Seth is doing this right before the weekend that he's wrestling 2 nights in a row, dude. So like I was very surprised that like he really went in heavy, and then it was fucking sick. So then it kind of broke down with Jimmy coming out and interfering, and then Jay came out for the save and started fighting Jimmy, and then they fight each other and like through Gorilla, and you see him disappear, and then all of a sudden Jimmy gets thrown out and he flies out onto the ground out of Gorilla and entrance, and it's The Rock. and then he beats Jimmy up more and throws him fucking backstage again.
Not Jimmy.
And then
Not Jimmy.
and then he gets in the ring and Seth is just smiling like a creepy Joker, man, like he has been. And then Cody comes out and starts fighting The Rock, and he sets The Rock up for a rock bottom on the announce table. And then Roman comes in for the save. And then Roman and The Rock just beat the living fuck out of Cody and Seth, and then they just whip both of them for the final like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, just whipping their asses. So, and all of that, all in total, like they started the show 34 minutes, and like the last 30 minutes of the show was them too. So a full like an hour and
pretty
10
cool.
minutes of that show, and it was done well. You know what I mean? So that's why I like. Yeah, I also don't know like. Yeah, it might be a similar breakdown where it's just like teams versus teams at the end of the Cody, but yeah, I don't know. But the funniest part was Seth taking a belt whipping from The Rock, the first whip he took, because The Rock randomly, you didn't see it the whole night, but then he pulls his like little cowboy jacket up from like his old school one, and he's got a fucking blue weightlifter belt on. And it says like the American Nightmare, and he just whips his ass with it. And then when he whipped Seth did like the craziest scream and like bounced up. It did like a Shawn Michaels oversells. He's like, oh, and just like doing front flips and shit, even though he was on the ground when he got whipped. But yeah, it was cool as fuck, and it ended with them just whipping their ass heavy, you know. And but my biggest thing I get from it is it's amazing that The Rock can start the show getting full cheers and then end the show getting full boos, because then he took the mic and got everyone was saying Rocky sucks, heavy as fuck. And because it's a fine line when you're being a cool heel, because the fans will start liking you. You know what I mean? And you don't want to turn the other way where it's like WrestleMania, everyone starts cheering The Rock and not Cody in the faces, you know. So he's pro at that still, at knowing how to fucking do that. And that really leads us to the ending of MJF calling out The Rock. Yeah. So MJF's ex fiance drew like a really cool picture of a bloody Cody with The Rock.
Painted.
And yeah, sorry, I know. They made it sound like
It
a lot less cool than it is. But yeah,
similar vibe.
painted an awesome thing. And like The Rock, I had no idea who she was. He just saw it was posted on X, and it was getting a lot of traction because people thought it was awesome because it does look awesome. So he's like, I'm gonna have my people reach out to you. Can I reach out to you? I'm gonna buy that painting from you. So yeah, and he did the whipping better than MJF, because MJF
But
used
did you see what that tweets? Did you see who The Rock said he was going to send it to?
Cody's mom, right?
Yeah, Cody's mama.
Mama.
Yeah. Yeah, Mama Rose will love this. Yeah, because how you slap The Rock in the face and then the following week you just cry. You're gonna cry?
That's what I would have done.
Yeah, I would have too. And The Rock would have made me cry more. The Rock just keeps bullying Cody, and
But yeah, so he was like, he's like, you steal my whipping thing on Cody, my whipping angle, and now you're gonna get art from my ex. I don't even know what he was saying.
and then he called him Dewey.
There you go.
Dude, life is unfair.
Yeah.
Life is unfair.
It's unfair. And then so that's really it as far as rapid fire news. And small little tidbit is the firings that AEW did. Tony clarified today that Anthony Henry will come back once he's done with his injury, which after what Eddie Kingston tweeted and stuff, and people kind of were upset about a lot of guys leaving, I think Tony Khan like rethought that at least. But he said the boys weren't showing up late or not showing up at all to like a lot of events and shit. So like
Alton Castle's guys.
Yeah. So they had no choice with that one, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
They're not happy about that. The boys. He said one of the boys quote treated like that story, like that the quote from the presser, like saying that they weren't showing up to TV.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, it's like that. Stand by." So I guess he's gearing up a statement.
Yeah.
Damn.
Maybe we'll have the boys on the pod and we'll hear their side of the story.
Like,
and they're gonna ask them about Chris Benoit too.
No, the other one said far. The other one said far from true.
Yeah, they're gonna compare Tony Khan to Chris Benoit. Only thing I could think about compare this to is like Chris Benoit.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe Jeffrey Dahmer too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Punk. You're a genius.
Dude, Tony, dude, I believe Tony Khan because he doesn't like firing people. He doesn't. He's a
Yeah.
pretty
Mhm.
he's has a pretty solid record of like if you're getting fired, it's because you're
'Cause
fucking up for
Because
sure.
your name's Jimmy Havoc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and-
Well, I mean, I could argue and bring up Big Swole.
that was
Did she
was
get
one that
fired or
She got
she got
released,
let
I
go.
suppose.
And-
Yeah,
and
maybe
that
her
was at-
contract ended.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
yeah, usually he just doesn't re-sign people. Was kind of his thing. But yeah, with Big Swole,
Yeah.
like it was kind of fucked up because that was like a month or two after like her tweets like calling Tony out about the lack of representation for African Americans in AEW and some
Yeah.
other stuff about women and like the women's division and shit.
Okay, she wasn't released. Her contract expired. And
Yeah.
he didn't resign her.
That's how it always goes. That's what happened to Janela too. You know what I mean? He
Hmm.
didn't fire and he just fucking didn't
But I think
resign.
Janela had an option to resign, just had a lower tier deal, and he
Yeah.
didn't want. He's like, I'd
Which
rather
is
just go
fucking
do
bullshit.
indies.
Yeah, and he honestly earned a bump in pay. Honestly,
But
like
Janela took a lot of credit for himself, like on why he didn't resign. Like he said he was out of shape and he wasn't taking wrestling as seriously. And
yeah,
he
Fair
fucked up a
enough.
bunch. So Janela took he took responsibility for it.
yeah. I want him back already, dude. I'm tired of it.
I don't see it happening.
I don't see it happening. Janela's having too much fun on the indies right now.
No,
I
he
think
is, but imagine
the
him
only-
joining the Young Bucks right now, and he's like he comes in
That'd be
as their
sick.
like
That'd be cool.
That'd be insane.
you know what I
Well-
mean? He comes as like their hardcore assistant, and they have him and like Trent Beretta, who are just
Joseph Janela.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and what's it called? He's homies with Jungle Boy, so it would make sense, you know.
That's true.
But yeah,
they need the bad boys in the crew, dude. I'm excited about what the Young Bucks are going to continue doing this year.
True. If they had
I'm
those
fucking pumped, dude.
three edgy guys in the squad, you know, it kind of like balances out their like,
Yeah,
you know, rich guy heel shit, you know.
yeah.
Leroy.
They need the
That's
guys
the
to do
manager.
Yeah, they need the guys that can do the dirty work for them and stuff, just like regular rich guys do. You know, they do. They hire
Fair
like
enough.
thugs and mafia type to take care of their dirty business. You know, but yeah,
I think we touched about every single base we could. Call
Yeah.
me Alex Rodriguez.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say Diddy.
I thought you were gonna
but-
say Diddy too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Get the fuck. Get him out of here, dude. Where'd you have to go check on whoever you have in your cage too?
Yeah, I had to
Fuck.
check the cage, make sure Diddy didn't get out.
Yeah.
Try to see
Yeah,
how he likes it.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Throw some
Anyway,
fruity pebbles in. But yeah, so WrestleMania weekend, I'll be there.
there's
I'll
a
be at
lot to
Wrestle-
look forward to.
I'll be there. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get some cool footage for sure. I think I'm probably gonna do a Zoom call with you guys at some point, just to have like a little clip to be creeps.
Hell
But
yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
didn't-
don't know
I
how
didn't-
much you'll be able to hear me, but
I didn't get a single photo or video of the indie shows that last night. I didn't
Dude, it
take one.
Mine enough.
I didn't take one.
it happens.
Other people
Especially,
did.
well,
Yeah.
sometimes it's nice to be like just in the moment too. Sometimes I'm just such a sicko now that like I can record and it's just like a part of like I don't look down too much.
Mhm.
But that's because me and Jason spent a year being videographers too. So
Yeah.
yeah, practice
makes
perfect.
So
Well,
listen, you know, a
Love
lot of
is love.
wrestling. Don't forget
of
about
wrestling.
Collision on Saturday. I know you're all going to be trying to watch WrestleMania.
11 p.m. Right? 11 p.m.
11:30.
11:30
real.
special time. And you know Triple H is gonna be like, oh, it's at 11:30. Let's push ours to like 12:30. So it over.
Probably.
It
You know they're
overlaps
going
it.
He's
to.
hoping. He's hoping for rain delay.
Yeah, right. Sick as. But yeah. All right. Well, this was the longest
This-
episode ever, and
You're
we're
welcome.
heroes.
Invasion,
well-
invasion angle.
What can I say except you're welcome for the Rock and the Roman Reigns and the Cody crybabies. I'm
Okay.
gonna be crying.
Enjoy WrestleMania from your friend El Gringo.
Invasion angle.
Wow, great episode, boys. I'm John Cena, and I love Invasion Angle Podcast. Boobies.